What's it called?
Roku Gym.
Probably. How expensive is it? Oh, that's not bad at all.
Like,
What's up?
yeah, it's like less than $40.
This one says $23.99, but I don't trust that. I don't know if I could find it anywhere.
If you can get it for that, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, let's just see near me if any shops have it.
Okay, poopy heads.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
I felt like being ragged for a minute.
I need to test something real quick. Does someone mind jumping onto the live stream for me?
Sure.
All right, instead of alcohol today, I have a Red Bull. Hopefully that gives me.
There's a link for it if you need it.
Okie doke.
When you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I need anybody and everybody who's in here to start talking. Stu, let me know if, because I'm going to mute myself on my mic. Let me know if on the stream you can still hear everyone talking. All right, and whenever you're ready, sir.
La-di-la-di-la.
Testing for stream. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello. Yes, dear.
My teacher sent me tonight.
Yeah, no, I can hear everyone.
You need to put the Play-Doh
Okay,
back
good.
in the little
No, I fixed
thing, though.
Because on the last stream, I noticed that there are periods of time where everyone just seems to stop talking for a while, and then conversations should pick up in the middle. So.
Awkward silence, the game.
So. Because I went to go watch the last stream just so that I could refresh myself, and was annoyed to find like parts of conversations were just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Unplugging it? Thank you so much.
If you want, I can do all your work. All you can do is talk.
I'm thinking about it. I was gonna see if on my phone I could do it. Shadow just cannot figure out where to sit these and stuff.
All right, almost there, guys. Is everybody here?
I am.
Are we waiting on? C might be the only one not here. I could be wrong.
Stevie was here.
Maybe I'm invisible. I don't know.
What?
Something I want to do is I just want to give everybody the opportunity. If there's anything that that you would want to, what is it? Don't worry about the music. I got the music covered. I got it playing for it. But if there's anything that you all would want to buy before you go on the trip, like last chance, here it is.
Yes.
How much gold do I have on the trunk?
I would like to buy cooking utensils, like cooking set, and a book on, let's say, Dwarvish if I can find it, like learning Dwarvish.
Easy enough.
A potion of greater healing.
So, well, we'll do one person at a time. No, you're good. So, for the cooking utensils, one gold piece. And for the book on Dwarvish, that's a very common language. We'll say
2.
5 silver.
Okay. Alrighty. Would I also happen to be able to find a book that would help me learn quote unquote proficiency in cooking tools?
You could find like a recipe book or something. Yeah,
Like a
yeah, you could probably
highway
find like a.
recipe book?
I'll say this. You can find a recipe book, and we'll go from there.
Oh,
How much does that cost me?
I have an idea for it, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Do
It
Do I
feels
need to
weird
prepare
for her not to have it.
what?
It feels weird for River not to have cooking proficiency since her family.
It does, especially like with how much cooking she actually does
Yeah.
for the party. But like that's just like preparing rations.
Yeah.
For maybe some more complicated cooking. Yeah, you'll get a cooking set, and we'll say. Let's just say we'll say that the cooking utensils came with like a small recipe book, like a recipe pamphlet that you
Okay.
can go off of.
To help me start learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say like as far as the ingredients go, you're going to be on a ship, so if you're going to try to cook, you're going to have to, deal with whatever's on the ship.
Yeah. No, I figured.
But we, just certainly try.
No, I figured this is just setting up so that in the future she can do it. She has better
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anybody else? Ragnamus?
Yeah, a potion of greater healing, and I feel like, or can Rag find a book about like sea creatures, like monsters that live in the ocean, so we can kind of like mentally prepare just in case shit goes south?
Roll a d20.
Oh,
First roll of 2021.
Actually,
oh,
well, it's fine. So 13. Now just add your investigation.
well, I don't have any, so.
So it's just 13.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're looking for a book on like sea monsters and what else?
I mean, I'm sure that it would have like fish in there too, something like that. Just an ocean book, like for adventures or whatever. The
Well,
ocean for dummies.
I'll let you know what's in the book that you get, but just what else are you looking for?
I'm trying to think. Big brain here.
Don't try too hard. You might hurt yourself.
You really had to use that line.
Let's see. I mean, the one potion of greater healing is going to be expensive, and the books aren't really expensive unless it's like a freaking Necronomicon or something. So I can't think of anything else. Maybe. Ooh. I don't think I could afford anything else after the greater potion of healing. To be fair.
Okay,
I don't
so
wanna use
greater
all my gold, but yeah, that's it. I think.
greater potion of healing. Yeah, you can find one of those. I believe it's 250 gold pieces. 250 gold pieces if you buy it from Adriel. And as far as your book goes, you find for 1 silver a book that it's kind of like almost like think like Grimm's fairy tales, where it's like it's for children, but honestly like it gets dark in places, but it's all about like sea monsters and like that kind of thing. So like you're not totally sure how much of this is fact and how much of it is fiction, or like, you know, hyperbole. But, you know, who knows? Like, there might be a fragment of truth in there.
What about, are there different kinds of crossbow bolts?
Absolutely.
I want to try to find any that have like lightning kind of damage
Okay.
to them.
Sure. Yeah.
Because if we do encounter anything, I'm sure like using a sword, unless they jump on the boat, if it's something bigger, like a sea serpent or something, you know, I'm not going to be able to really whack it with my sword efficiently. So, how much was the book?
1 silver. As far as the bolt goes, that would be a magical item. So we'll say you can get 5 bolts. Like, it's like a set of 5 bolts. And let's see, what's the crossbow's normal damage? I'm just homebrewing this in my head right now. You have a light crossbow, heavy crossbow?
It's a light one.
Light crossbow. So that's 1d8. So we'll say this crossbow bolt does the 1d8 standard damage. It is enchanted. The actual head of the bolt appears to be sort of this blue, like, gemstone that's been like carved into the head of each of these bolts, and it's kind of like a slightly translucent blue, and it has streaks of white going through it. And for a set of 5 of those, and it does. Well, I'll tell you what it does when we get to it. I don't know, 100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces for 5.
I don't know. That kind of also sounds expensive. Kind of basing this off of my own. Yeah, we're gonna go with 100. Magic items are expensive.
Sets, unless
Okay.
they only have 5.
Yeah, you could buy 2 sets. They'll have 10.
Okay, cool.
You're also getting that from Adriel as well. And all right, anybody else?
Can I get a belt that holds my daggers?
You could get a belt. You kind of would have to get one made if you wanted it to hold like all your daggers. Because like normal people don't hold like 10 daggers.
What?
No, that's true. Just like for a couple of them.
We'll say you can. We'll say you find one a belt and some sheaths that you can slide on the belt, and you could get. It could hold 4 of your daggers, and it would be total for all the pieces would be 5 gold pieces.
Okay. And then I just want to get a book on mythology to pass time.
What kind of mythology specifically? That's kind of broad. Like divine mythology, arcane mythology. Also, mythology. Are you going for like lore books, like history books? Okay,
Yes.
so it wouldn't really be mythology because the gods definitely exist, but you could go for like maybe a book on the divine, a book on the history of maybe Arcana in Elisier.
I'll get a book of the divine then.
Okay. Sure. You find a book that appears to be kind of just like a very, secular look at all of the different gods and goddesses. that look over that are most prevalent in the prime material plane. We can, when you decide to read that, we can kind of explore that a little bit. All right. Anything else?
And maybe some wood and metal, if that's readily
Oh, and
available.
that book would be 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Or yeah, 3 silver pieces.
Yeah, just confirming.
And then anything like wood or metal related I can find or use.
Metal, like you're just talking like scrap. Yeah, you could definitely find some like scrap metal, maybe hang by or go by a couple forges and in different places to see. You could get, we'll say you get like a hefty pouch. It's heavy because it's just full of scrap metal, but of different like pipes and that kind of thing, and you get it for a silver. But it's like a pretty hefty bag, probably weighing like upwards of 40-50 pounds worth of metal.
Okay, I'm all set then.
Cool. Anybody else?
I want to get something to help with breathing underwater.
Okay. Sure. Let's see.
Depending on how much it is, I would also indulge in that.
Yeah, you could get a potion of water breathing.
How much is that potion?
Like $8 billion.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It would be
8 billion and 1.
Shit.
With Olynthes being a port city, it's much more common. Like this kind of thing is needed. So they are more common, easier to find. You could get a potion of water breathing for 200 gold pieces.
Oh,
I'm
can I
breaking
get
the bank, but I'll get one
like
too.
2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Okay, yeah.
It's got this
Me-
cloudy, like green fluid, and it kind of like smells like salt water, like smells like not even salt water specifically, but just like the ocean. And there's like this bubble inside of it that just kind of bounces around and just kind of floats around in it, but it doesn't appear to just be like rising to the top.
Let me get 2 of those.
I'll just get one.
Okay. Yep. So those are 200 gold pieces each.
That's it. Final answer. No more money spending.
Okay.
I'll get one myself.
Sure. Anybody else?
With my limited funds, the only thing I can really look for is some books on the Raven Queen.
Some
But
what?
he's dead.
Some books on the Raven Queen.
Yeah, dead people can read.
Can I get a pirate hat?
You could. You're gonna have a hard time finding a book on the Raven Queen specifically. Olynthes is a not totally secular, but mostly secular society built around the Arcane College. So like a simple kind of like guidebook to the deities you can find, but specific stuff like that, you're gonna have a harder time finding it. Make an investigation check for me.
1 second, it's been a while, so let me navigate that. Hey,
What did you get?
21.
21? All right. You kind of go to a couple different bookstores and kind of like look deep into like the less explored areas of these bookstores, and eventually find a dusty old tome about the Raven Queen. It's not big, because you gather, not much is known about the gods specifically, but it is focused on her and her journey.
Okay, how much?
The shopkeeper is just surprised to see anybody interested in that book, and will give it to you for five copper.
Okay. Sold.
5 pennies.
Anybody else?
Fizzy wants to make sure that she had enough food for all her animals, or all the animals.
'Cause I that last
You're good on that. There will be food on this ship that they'll be able to eat.
Okay, thank you.
All right, going once, going twice. All right, so you all get up the next morning bright and early to prepare to head off to the ship. You make your way through Olympus to the docks, where you find the ship Whisper. You climb on and begin to, and the crew begins to kind of scurry across the decks. As you do so, and so having gathered all of your belongings and stowed them below the deck, the time has come to set sail. You all stand at the starboard side, and I'm going to pull you over here. We'll just do this one. So you all stand up here, like at the starboard side. That's the right side of the ship, or on the upper deck. And hear Daffy as he begins to call out orders to the crew, who are now scurrying along the mast deck, preparing the ship for takeoff. Daffy shouts from behind the helm of the ship, "All right, lads, let's get her moving!" You see crew members quickly pulling in the ropes that held the ship to the docks as the sails drop and begin to bellow with the winds. The ship suddenly lurches, then begins slowly drifting away from the docks. Numerous passers-by stop to give you all a cheerful wave.
In the back of the ship, like super happy and waving.
Zero, you look to turn at Daffy, standing proudly on the stoop built for him so he can man the helm. He looks forward, a glint in his eye, takes a deep breath through his nose, then lets out a triumphant "Whee!" He quickly turns his head to face you all. "Off to sea we go!" The ship now picks up speed as it makes its way through the Sapphire Bay, the deep blue waters slightly rocking the ship as it moves through. If I can get all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, Zero and Rag, you have advantage.
Wait. It's been a minute. That's a throw, right? Oh, yeah, that is cool. Okay, cool. Hopefully.
You're lucky you have advantage. Oh my gosh.
Not surprised.
You rolled a 1 and a 2. Well, hey, at least you didn't get that 1. Oh man, guys.
The second one was Fizzy. The first one was River.
Okay. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh, even better. Cool. All right. So
Zero's hacking.
I'm just gonna do it this way. Well, we'll say okay. So 6 to 11, which would be Klonoa.
Fizzy.
Luckily, barely Ragnamus. Stevie. I'm getting there, man.
Sorry.
Fizzy. And Zero, you're totally fine. Like, this is, you are so used to this.
I've been through a shipwreck. I'm okay.
But for the rest of you guys that I just mentioned, so everybody except for River, as the ship begins to pick up speed and rock in the waters, you feel a slight uneasiness begin to form within your stomach. A nausea begins to climb into your throat, but you just manage to hold it down. But you're not feeling great. River, you also feel a nausea wash over your body.
Yeah.
The rest of you look to her and see that all of the color that was there has drained from her face.
There wasn't much.
And she runs for the railing, leans over, and begins heaving into the bay. Daffy says, "Oh, don't worry, lass. You'll get your sea legs yet. Just give it some time." Ladies and gentlemen, you are now at sea, making your way out of the Sapphire Bay, which is rather large and will take some time of its own, but nevertheless, the smell of the docks, that is to say fish mostly, disappears as the overwhelming scent of sea spray against the rough wood of the ship takes over. So, if somebody could go ahead and roll a d12 for me. This is going to be rolling for the first day of travel and the events that will transpire. All right, 0. Roll a d12 for me.
I was actually going to nominate him.
He's the sailor here. Let's do it.
Advantage or no?
It's just a d12. You'll never get like advantage on anything other than a d20. What happened to the ship? Why is it all translucent?
The ship is fine.
We have to board a ghost ship.
It's all translucent for me.
Also
Like I can see it.
invisible on
Are
the
you
ship.
on a different level, like your layers?
Probably. I don't know. I just refreshed. So what?
Start saying Lee now. We're on a ghost ship.
So what'd you get? A 4? You got a 4?
You got a 4? Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let me check and make sure this. Okay, we're back to normal. Do we
I'm
not have a Stevie on
I'm
there?
not there. No. I must be
Oh.
invisible again.
When I made this battle map, you were not in the party yet. But let me throw you on there.
Shit, has anyone seen Stevie?
It'd be like,
She says
hey
that she
Chloe,
throws up.
I think you need to go help your girl.
All
She'd
right.
be one of those people who gets sick from watching someone else get sick.
Mute the Discord
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick.
Like the
Thanks,
Family
that's
Guy
really-
chain reaction vomit.
Oh my god.
Okay, so a 4. So let's see. Okay, so you guys make your way out of the bay. Like I said, it does take some time of its own, but after like probably you have to travel kind of slow through the bay as well. So probably like a couple hours, you eventually kind of navigate your way out of the bay and into the open ocean. When you do so, you attempt. You see that the crew is attempting to fight a crosswind. This crosswind is essentially going to slow your travel, adding a day to your travel. But other than the wind, it's still a nice day. It's just windy. If anybody would like to get anything done, do anything, you certainly can. I can also pull you over to this, which will show you each of the decks of the ship. There actually is another deck below the main hold. So left to right, they go downward. So there is another deck below the main hold, but that is, basically just like the bottom of the hull. You guys, really wouldn't go down there.
Well, if River isn't too busy vomiting the whole day, she will attempt to find a spot where she can hunker down and start reading her book on Dwarvish.
Can I use lay on hands on River to help her with her nausea?
That's not really the usage of lay on hands. This is a sickness. So you're not like curing a wound. You'd need something that could cure sickness. So I'll save you the lay on hands and just let you know that. But yeah.
Worth a shot. Can I fish then?
We'll go with River. So River, you do sit down pretty much as soon as you can. You actually find that in the main hold, hanging from the sides of the ship, there are hammocks. Those are the hammocks where you'll be sleeping, where you guys have placed all of your things. And you go down to that lower deck to the main hold, and you laying in the hammock actually helps you because it kind of balances out the rocking.
Right.
And you're able to actually read your book. So if you want to make an intelligence check for me with disadvantage, because you are still not feeling great.
Right. Aw. 14.
Okay. You start to you at least learn like that the Dwarvish alphabet is based off of runes, and you start to kind of associate, or attempt to associate some of those runes with some sounds. It's not, it's not unproductive.
Right.
You definitely did learn something.
Isn't Gnomish, like, the written part of it, like, based on Dwarvish?
No.
No? I must be misremembering something.
I mean, that might be the case in, like, Faerun or something like that,
okay,
but
yeah.
all the languages have a totally different history in
In your world, got it.
our world.
Nope.
That's my favorite part.
You should ask.
So yeah. All right. Who else would like to do something today?
Since it's,
I might go fishing.
okay, right, you go.
Oh, sorry. I was
No,
gonna
sorry,
say
you go
something.
first.
Okay. I want to go fishing.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, who else wants to go fishing? Zero.
Yeah, I'll throw a line out.
Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Cool. All right. So you two you can go, you can be on, I guess, whichever deck you want. You'd probably want to be out of the way, so you'd try to fish up from the upper deck. It's not easy to do when the ship is moving. You're kind of having to like cast and then recast pretty frequently, but the ship isn't moving super fast, so I will say that you guys could definitely try to fish right now. So I would say roll a I would say a survival check.
Wow, something I'm decently proficient in.
Shit, right?
There we go. All right. Zero, nothing seems to come on your line, but you look over and Rag appears to be wrestling with something that is just bending the tip of the rod like all the way over, and he's like struggling with this thing. You just drop your line and you go over to help him with that as you guys begin to haul in whatever is on the other end of this fishing pole. A couple of the crewmates see this and they kind of like stop what they're doing and they start like pointing and they're watching and they're cheering you on and all, and like you're fighting this thing and they're just cheering on like, woo! Yeah! Get it! Yeah, come on, boy! Get it, boy! Come on! And you eventually haul in a huge, let's say, 6 foot long tuna fish.
Oh!
It is a 6 foot long bluefin tuna.
Oh my fucking god! Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right.
Woohoo!
we got something to eat for the voyage here.
Okay. Just sushi time!
This will last a good while.
That's what Rag actually says.
Yeah, so like Rag, you're thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna be able to, well,
How much, like...
I don't know that you really know how to prepare the delicacies from home, but if you could find somebody and tell them how to do it, maybe they could certainly try to do it.
I don't think he'd go to River because he knows she's nauseous right now, so he wouldn't want to bother her, but...
Well, you don't have to do it right now.
I think gutting a fish is something she'd want to do while she's
Oh my
nauseous.
god.
Yeah, just
Yes, please finish
you could
with
wait.
preparing the dish before bringing it to her.
Yeah, so Rag, we'll say that this is like really where the proficiency with the fishing tools comes in. And you are able to, basically like gut and clean this huge tuna fish. All right, awesome. So you can definitely like save that and be, think like, we'll wait till River feels a little bit better and then we'll try to maybe prepare something.
I think I would cut it in, like, the different parts of it, like the fatty part and the lean
Yeah.
part.
Sure thing. Yeah. And Zero can definitely help you with that. I mean, he's not a fisherman, but he's sailor. He's another island folk, sort of like you, so he can definitely help you tear that thing down and get it all ready. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Very cool. Anybody else want to do anything?
Maybe I'll try to help the people that sailing the boat. Talk to some of them.
Yeah. So I don't think Stevie, not really, kind of from the other end of the country.
Yeah.
Than the coast. But you could certainly approach one of the crewmates. You approach a drow woman. She has her long silver hair tied into like a thick single braid going down the back of her neck. She's wearing like leathers and like kind of like a loose fitting like white shirt, tunic shirt, with like a leather like vest over top of it. But she's like working at some ropes. I don't know anything about sailing in real life, but yeah. So you certainly you approach her and she looks up and she says, "Yes, can I help you?"
I'm wondering how it's looking so far.
Well, we're trying to cut through this crosswinds and get ourselves back on track, but I don't know, it's probably going to take another day.
Okay. So, I'm not really familiar with this type of sailing and stuff, or any sailing. I was wondering, like, maybe I could help you and you could, like, show me some things. I would like to learn.
All right. We'll give it a try. I'll say go ahead and make... For what she's doing, make a strength check.
Okay.
So, she's trying to show you, and like she begins like she like rolls up her sleeves, and you start to notice like not only are her arms like pretty like weather worn, but also like just sort of like really cut lean muscle. As she starts heaving on this rope, pulling this sail to try to cut against this crosswind, and you try to help her, but like you're pretty sure she's doing all of the work. Like you're pulling on this thing as hard as you can, but like You're
I
not sure
get
that you're doing much.
it.
Yeah, like there's a couple times where she kind of like lets up and like the whole thing like starts to pull you a little bit and she grabs onto it.
Okay. Well,
But she seems appreciative that you want to help. You don't have to.
I don't mind helping. And it would be something cool to like do.
Yeah.
It's not much to do on a, not much that I can think of to do on a boat.
Alrighty. So let me make sure I put the total days that we're at now. Okay. Or no. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything today?
I'm gonna go down to where River is, sit down near her, and then start working on my project.
Okay. The seas are a little bit rough, you know, it's a little bit choppy. I'm not sure that you would really get a stable place to really be able to work. So, you know, on a day where the seas aren't very calm. So I will say give me like a tinker check with disadvantage. So you're working on trying to, you know, kind of fit this metal together and get it to be like somewhat of the shape that you're going for. The trouble that you're having is working with, you know, you're working with scrap metal. So there's a little bit of extra engineering that's probably going to need to go into this. But, you know, this is sort of like, you know, where Thomas Edison said, like, he figured out 99 ways not to make a light bulb before he figured out, or however many it was, before he figured out how to do it. You know, you've definitely figured out a way that won't work, so that'll help you going forward.
Cody.
Do you think I put it in the roleplay chat, but like
So I have our Discord text channels muted because it interferes with the Roll20.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying. Do you think? I feel like Rag would want to save a piece of the tuna for his father. So I know it's not going to stay fresh, but I was wondering if any of the druids might have some kind of thing that could help preserve it, possibly, since their nature and stuff. Shot in the dark, but
Probably not the druids. What they do have on the ship is a little bit of salt that you could use to maybe just like cure a small piece of this tuna.
the fatty part would work. Yeah,
You're just basically curing it. So you're just
Okay,
making
that
like a
works.
cured salted, which is it's good.
I've got a question.
Yeah. I would say that would be honestly for like the kind of like basic salt curing that you're doing really wouldn't be that difficult to do. I think pretty much all of you could figure that out. Well, make a survival check.
I think I'm fine.
Yep, you're good.
Does Rag ask
Yeah.
River? Because I potentially have a fix, though I need to ask you if it would work this way. I have Gentle Repose, which just says I touch a corpse or other remains, and for the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead. So theoretically, I could keep a section of the fish from decaying, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
If they come to me, then I will ritually cast Gentle Repose on a section of the fish, or all of the
Can
fish,
you-
really. And that
Can you
keeps
ritual cast that?
Yeah, it's a ritual. So
Okay.
it takes me 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it lasts for
Cool.
10 days, so it'll stay perfectly fresh for 10 days.
Nice.
There you go.
So
So There you go. Yeah. Give me just a second. I'm going to go run and grab my pen.
Cue anime running noise.
What's
Did
that
you
one
put that? Did you do that spell for Zero though? He's already dead. But is he decaying?
No.
No.
No, it's a little bit-
Okay.
Oh, that would be
Making
creepy to
sure.
imagine.
fucking like expiration date stamp on the back of his neck?
Plus, that would
Walk
only
up to
work
Zero.
for the
Hey,
first
Zero's
one.
face peeling off. Oh no!
We go over this every session. I am a normal person who is just dead.
That's not normal
I am
though.
not decaying. I am not decaying. I am just cold
Don't hate on Zero.
and pale.
His tail falls off. Not again.
Think more like vampire than like corpse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Vampire without the cool abilities.
He's got some pretty cool abilities.
Okie dokie.
For being a paladin.
Get some more music going. Okay. So we got that going on. Anybody else want to do anything?
Can I read some of my book?
Sure. Make an intelligence check. We'll say that you just kind of stop. You know, you help Rag with like gutting it and everything, but then you go off to read your book while he actually quarters it up and everything. You're reading the book on the Raven Queen?
Yes.
I will say that could be either intelligence or
Religion.
religion.
They're both
So
the
just
same.
the same. Yeah. So you start to learn about the Raven Queen. It starts kind of at the beginning, which, you know, her name isn't known. But what you do know from reading basically like the preface is that she was a mortal who ascended to godhood. And as far as the world is concerned, pretty sure she's the only one that's done that.
Interesting.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
I want to read my little sea monster book.
You're pretty busy. You're pretty busy with this fish.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do the crew feel about magic? Because we know the city we came from.
Make an insight check.
Okay, 1 second.
It's big brain time.
Insight is a +4.
Oh, come on. I have an app for them. There it is. Okay, hold on. It says loading now. It's like... There we go.
Oh shit.
8. I mean, here's the thing. These are all sailors. You get the sense that like their attachment to Olympus is that it is a dock where they stay sometimes, and it's like of the docks that they stay at, it's probably the main one, but it's still not. Their home is at the sea. They probably don't play by anybody else's rules but their own.
Okay, so I kind of will just mention to one of them that if they ever need help with like water or anything like that, you know, I might be able to help them and everything.
Yeah.
And then also
The dwarven man that you talk to says, what kind of help you offering?
well, I mean, I can trade like 10 gallons of clean water if we ever need it and have it
What's the? I can't hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I can create up to about 10 gallons of clean water if you have a container big enough.
That'll probably come in handy. Thank you very much. We tend to drink other things, but I'm sure we'll need some water at some point too.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else?
Now, are they feeding us? You know what I mean, or whatnot? Because I do have a spell that what do you call it? It's berries that restore 1 hit point, and they also provide nourishment for the day. So I don't know if that comes into play at all. Like if they are feeding us, then I can work that.
Yeah. So rations are part of what you paid for.
Okay.
So they are taking care of that. And I mean, the meal is not awesome. Like it's mostly dried foods and like things that'll last, on a ship. I mean, your voyage is not like super long, but it's long enough that like it's mostly dried foods.
Okay.
Busy, you made like sensu beans.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that.
All right.
You don't have to work right now, then I won't worry about it.
So eventually the sun goes down. You guys are sailing across the open sea. Land disappears from sight. And if any of you take a moment to go up to the upper decks and kind of take a look around, it's pretty. I don't know if you've ever been like out in the middle of the ocean at night, but it's kind of spooky a little bit. Just to know that you're so far away from land. But it is also, there is a beauty to it that is like unmatched. It's its own thing, and it's pretty awesome. And so for those of you who probably haven't experienced that kind of thing before, you're probably feeling pretty mesmerized by this. And I would say like that would be probably like Planoa.
Busy, most likely.
Busy has been on a ship before.
Yeah, that's true.
She was on a ship beforehand, before things got crazy for her. So she's seen it before, but maybe like once. Stevie, this is definitely a first time thing for you. The rest of you have probably all seen it. River, you've probably seen it. I mean, you've close enough at least.
Right. Has lived off the on the
Yeah.
edge of water.
Yeah. But eventually, the day comes to a close. It is now nighttime. You guys can, I mean, like, you're on a ship out in the middle of the ocean, so like whether or not you want to set up camp or set up a watch is up to you. You don't have to, like, most people don't on sea, but like, and don't read too much into that. I'm literally saying like, it's up to you guys.
Don't mind watching.
At some point, I don't know that River cares if we take a watch necessarily. At some
You're
point,
definitely covered for half of your long rest because Stevie only has to sleep for 4 hours. She doesn't even sleep. She just meditates for 4 hours. So
she's conscious for those 4 hours.
Same. But I just want to go sightseeing at night.
She may not necessarily be super focused on the world around her during the 4 hours, but it's not sleep. She is conscious.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely not like she's not watching.
Right,
That's for
she's
sure.
not watching, but she is awake. At some point, River will get Klonoa's attention, and right before he goes to sleep, and ask if he minds that if she puts a ward on him before he goes to sleep.
I guess he would accept.
All right, and she will cast Death Ward on Klonoa right before he goes to bed.
Well, ouch.
Don't read into that.
Don't die, I'm watching you in your sleep. I only sleep for 4 hours, sir.
Actually, that's true. Klonoa does that too.
Well, he has it for 8 hours. So.
Yeah.
And that's more of a
I
peace
hadn't
of
really
mind thing for
considered
her. She's
that
not
earlier.
saying, I'm worried you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but
Cool.
not saying-
Right.
All right, so you guys can definitely have like basically a watch covered between Stevie and Klonoa, between the two elves. Quotes. So we'll say, yeah. You know what? Stevie will take like the first one. Like Klonoa, are you gonna like get up earlier and like go out for kind of like a night stroll?
Yeah.
Okay, so Stevie will take the I guess the first watch essentially. So Stevie, you could you could do whatever you want. Like you could go up and climb into the crow's nest if you want. Like this whole ship is yours basically. So you can go wherever you want. So just tell me where you want to go on the ship, and then you'll make a perception check.
Okay, I do think that I would like to go up at the top to the crow's
Cool.
nest, because I think for me,
Absolutely.
like personally, I'd be like, I've lived in such a small little bubble, even though my little bubble was so safe, and this is like amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, like it's probably a little bit freaky for you in particular, because like as a ranger, your favored terrains are like where you're the most comfortable, and both of your favorite terrains are nothing like this.
Yeah, nowhere.
So you're definitely out of your element, but CBA will react to that however you think she would. So yeah, you climb up to the top of the crow's nest. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Oh, I did it wrong. There we go.
Nice, 19. Okay. So you are sitting in the crow's nest, just kind of looking out, and like looking up at the sky that is like completely unobscured by there's no, light pollution is never something that you've really dealt with, but there's definitely none of that. And there are no like trees obscuring the stars, and you're able to see this full like IMAX panoramic view of the stars, and you actually catch a meteor, a shooting star.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's really the only remarkable thing that really stands out to you. I mean, being on a ship is pretty bland most of the time, but you do catch a meteor, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can, go back down to the hammock, or go down to the hammocks and sleep there. Shit, you could sleep in the crow's nest if you want. Like, it's totally up to you.
I think I'll go back down and go ahead and like rest in the hammock now.
Yeah, and I guess I should, say like technically you don't sleep. So you as an elf, you have what's called trance. You just meditate for 4 hours essentially. But like Carr said, like you're technically conscious. Yeah, you can just kind of like lay back in the hammock. Klonoa, you eventually come out of your meditation, and it is still night. What would you like to do? And we're gonna do a change up of music here as well.
I'm probably just gonna do a little bit of sightseeing or staring at the sky, and then if no one's around, I'm gonna playfully act like a pirate, because that was one of his kind of like, I want to be a pirate when I grew up. So now that he's on a ship,
Sure, absolutely. I know you're not trying to be stealthy, but make a stealth check.
If he's not, can I wake up?
No. You are asleep.
Damn, I'm missing this.
oh thank God!
Okay. Yeah. You're you go up on the upper deck. You go up on the bow upper deck, which is that front one. And just kind of look out over the sea and like start singing a sea shanty like very softly under your breath. You're pretty sure nobody's around, nobody's looking at the moment, and you just kind of like you pull out like one of your daggers and you start like kind of doing an avast you matey. I mean, do you want to describe how you play like a pirate?
I thought it would be cool at first, and now I'm getting embarrassed, so I'm not going to do that.
Come on.
Please do it.
You could
No.
Peer
You're trying to play Konoha.
You gotta
He
pull
would
out
want
your
this.
plate and have him walk the plate.
All right, so he takes out his dagger, and he kind of like he's pretending like he's fighting other pirates on his ship, and he's like, "Get back, you scurvy dogs, before I give you the shank."
Nice.
He's covering one of his eyes like as if he had an iPad on him.
Hey, this is something that I would totally do it, like, not like super seriously, just like playing around. So
Ripper can see that.
Klonoa and I are like around the same age. There's nothing wrong with it.
I can almost guarantee Klonoa would not have done it if River were conscious.
If anyone was there, no one he would have.
Aw. He's a shy little rogue. Okay, but eventually the sun does begin to shine its golden rays across the ocean, and the crew, like, there are members of the crew that are awake during the night, just making sure everything's going fine. But eventually, like, most of the crew members start waking up, which means all of you guys wake up because you're all sleeping down there in that same area, except for the captain. So you all wake up. The sun is up. It is a new day. If I can get somebody to roll a d12 for me.
I'll do it. Am I nauseous today, or am I better? 11.
11. Nice. Okay, so we'll say... Well, I'll just go ahead and let you guys know what happens for the day with an 11. The crosswind is now gone, and the currents are pushing in your favor. You actually take off a day of travel.
Yay, we're back to even.
Counteract. It's cool.
So that would put you down. So it's basically just if you would have traveled like normal.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So any of you that were feeling seasick the day before, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Got this. Don't be a pussy.
That
Well-
were or weren't.
It's above the 11 I think you said last time.
That includes everybody that was like queasy, even just
Oh, okay.
queasy.
Yeah. This one is fizzy.
But I wasn't queasy.
You were on the.
Well, fair enough.
You weren't feeling good, but you weren't
Gotcha.
sick like River.
Seems like everybody's fine now.
Fizzy's still a little queasy.
Is that everybody? Was it just 4 of you that were? Yeah, it was just 4 of you. Was it just 4 of you?
No,
Rag.
Wait, what? I thought you
Oh,
said.
right.
I didn't. That passed the check.
I was gonna say I think it was everybody but 0.
But 0. So Rag,
Wait,
need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You didn't
Okay,
get
every-
sick, but you weren't feeling good, so you still.
Yeah,
gotta
you
make a-
you were still seasick. You just didn't throw up.
What is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, River, you get up. You're feeling all right. You go upstairs to the main deck, the mast deck, and just kind of like look out over the edge of the ship. And strangely enough, you're feeling all right.
Oh, thank God.
Rag, you totally clear. You've got your sea legs back. You know, it didn't take you very long to get him back. It's been a while since you've been on a ship. Let's see. So 6. Anybody got a 6 to an 11? Let's see what Klonoa get. Klonoa 14. Yeah, Klonoa, you're totally fine. You've got your sea legs now. You've caught on to this pretty quick as well, just like River. So Fizzy and Stevie. So the forest girls. You guys are still feeling kind of. You guys are feeling kind of uneasy still. You're not going to throw up or anything like that. But you're still not feeling great. And yeah, so a day of travel has been cut off. You're kind of just back to normal. They had said like 12 days originally, so you think that you're on track now, like 11 days left of travel. If anybody would like to do anything.
If I now know about the fish, if people want me to cook the fish, or prepare the fish in some way, and someone could teach me.
Rag would assist you. He would make sushi out of it, like sashimi for everyone, unless they wanted it like a leaner steak, seared or something.
Yeah, so for like this sashimi, that will be, you know, with the cooking utensils, you'll definitely, the fact that you have those is necessary, because you didn't have like the right kind of, you know, knives to make those kinds of cuts, but you do now. I will say, River, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you have Rag assisting you, and he knows kind of vaguely how it should be cut.
With advantage. Oh, thank God.
Wow.
What a turn of events.
Oh!
All right.
Does that help me towards becoming perfect?
So, Rag, you're actually like pretty taken aback by River's skill with this knife. She is like, she's pretty dexterous, and she's like slicing through, you know, right where you're telling her, and, you know, making these fine cuts. There are probably actually a couple times where you tell her she should cut somewhere, and she's like, that doesn't seem right, and she cuts somewhere else, and it's better. But eventually you do get a nice spread of sashimi. You know, you have like enough for each member of your party to have like each cut. So one of each, essentially. That's how much you do today. Like, you still have fish. I would say that probably took like a quarter of the fish.
Okay.
It's a big fish, so. But yeah, so you've got like, you know, like the fatty tuna. You've got like a mid tuna, and then like a low fat.
Oh my God. I had tuna.
So each of you get 3 pieces of tuna. Fantastic. That's great. And we'll say for you guys that would take like a half day. So if you wanted to do something else, you know, that would also be fine. But everybody?
I'm gonna keep studying, talk to people, hang out, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Better.
So which one of those things do you want to do?
My main focus will be reading.
Okay. So you can absolutely read. What book are you reading?
Dwarven.
Dwarven. Okay. Yeah, make another intelligence check for me. This time without disadvantage.
Right. 11.
11. Okay. Kind of building again on what you read yesterday. Just kind of.
Did we just lose everybody?
We just lost Discord, yeah. I'm back.
We're alive.
You back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah. So, basically just building on yesterday, you become familiar with a little bit more familiar with the runes.
Right.
Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm gonna continue working.
Absolutely.
Fish to last us.
Do you just want to work all day?
Probably like 3/4, and then the other quarter will be just staring out at the sea.
Okay. Yeah. So just make an intelligence check for me, or a tinker check. Which tinker check, by the way, that's your intelligence. That's your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency modifier. Is that what you're doing?
Just doing a straight up intelligence.
Yeah. So because you're now actually a level 1 artificer, you get proficiency with the tinker tools, so you can add proficiency bonus to that, which is +3. Your proficiency bonus is +3, right?
That sounds right. Hold on.
It should be the same for all you guys.
Oh no, it's
Plus
4.
3 proficiency.
Okay, yeah. So you would have gotten plus another 3, so you would have gotten a 20.
Oh, just like the flat. Okay.
Yeah. So proficiency is 3 plus your intelligence of 1, so +4. So 20. Yeah. So you're like thinking about yesterday, and you're like, I messed up a couple places, and you disassemble what you put together, and you start to kind of reassemble. There are a couple times where you have to use like some magic to basically do like essentially like welding with these tinker tools and everything to get these metal pieces to stick together. But you are able to get something that it looks like it's essentially 2 metal pipes, iron pipes, about, I would say maybe half an inch in diameter, attached at like in a kind of like an L shape. One of the top pipe is completely hollow all the way through, and you think maybe you could put something in there, and if you could figure out just some sort of way to propel it. But you're still kind of thinking about, like, you're not really sure how you would do that, what you would need for that. But it's a pretty productive day for you. And then you can also just emo boy look at the ocean for the rest of the day. Absolutely. Anybody else want to do anything?
Need to ask to see if maybe I can help around the ship.
What was that? 2 of you spoke.
I'm going to ask to see if there's anything I can help around the ship with.
Sure, absolutely. You see Daffy up there at the helm of the ship, and he's appears to be talking to somebody. And you approach him, and he says, "Oh, hey, how you doing, boy?"
I'm doing well. Just wondering if there's anything you guys might need some help with today.
Empty the chamber pods.
Well, honestly, the currents are in our favor, but we could maybe use a little bit of help. If you wanted to help cook dinner.
Not my strong suit, but I'll do my best.
All right, head on down to the main hold.
Will do.
So the blue fin tune was just for the party then?
So, Zero, you head on down to the main hold where you see there is a rather there are two figures. One of them is like, yeah, it's a rather rotund dwarven man, and then there appears to be a like just a very small, very young looking, probably like, you know, early teenage years gnome down there, off in a corner, basically like makeshift kitchen there in the corner. And you see that the gnome who's much younger and appears to be kind of shy in the way that he's holding himself. He's getting chastised by this dwarven man, and you just like kind of walk up, and they just both stop and look at you, and the dwarven man goes, "What can I do for you?"
Here to help out. Daffy sent me.
No, all right. You can help Barnabas cut up the meats. And he points over to where you just see that there's like this slab of cured meat that is like partially being cut, but it looks like Barnabas is struggling to get this meat cut, because it's very like tough. So you can try to give him some help. I would say just make a strength check for me.
Okay. Or 17.
All right. Yeah, 17. So you know, pretty easily start cutting up this meat, and the dwarven man says, "Well, man, Barnabas, why'd I even bring you along?" And Barnabas, little gnome guy, just kind of like leans over to you and just like kind of basically he's acting like he's helping you cut, and he's just like, "Thank you. I thought he'd never stop yelling at me."
I just kind of whisper over to him, "Hey, no worries. You'll be banging of it in no time."
You see, he kind of gets this smile on his face. He feels a little bit better having been shown a modicum of kindness. Great, awesome, cool. So those are yeah, great. And also, eventually, the chef would introduce himself. His name is Bombo.
Bombo, okay.
So it's Bombo and Barnabas, the chef and the chef's apprentice.
And then Daffy. Daffy? Is it?
I wonder if
Daffy's
you
the
get
captain.
your position
Yeah.
based on the first letter of your name. Like all chefs have to have a B in their first name.
Do we have anyone with a B? No, we don't have a B's name. Gotcha.
All right. Who else would like to do something today?
So,
I'm gonna go fishing.
You gonna go fishing again, Rag? All right, make a survival check for me. You guys are traveling really quick, so you're gonna have some trouble getting a line out there. So
If
disadvantage.
I was gonna say if I knew it was going fast, I probably wouldn't, but whatever.
Spread the sea with me.
and then I have something when they're done.
Yeah, 9. So unfortunately, you're just not able to get any bites. You guys are just traveling too fast. But you've got a lot of fish left over. You got a haul in that
most casual fishermen would dream of. You got like the dream fish.
For sure.
So, so you're still feeling pretty encouraged from that.
Yeah. Since that probably wouldn't have taken a lot of time, can I read a book?
Yeah, you could fish for half the day and then read for the other half. So you can.
Okay.
You're gonna read your book about sea monsters.
Yeah, why not?
Alrighty. I'll say
let's say, actually, I know what I'll do. Let's. Yeah. Cool. Like I said, this is kind of a children's book, so like you don't really need to make an intelligence check for this. You read a story. These are all like stories that you're trying to glean some truth out of a captain and his crew that were sailing through the waters off of the coast of Ashenfeld, which is the country to the south, and they were steered off course because they heard a strange, like, wailing, but like melodic wailing noise coming across, just seemingly coming from one direction, and they sail in that direction to see what that noise could possibly be, where they found an island, a previously undiscovered island. They stopped off at this island. There was no docks, so they had to anchor out and take some smaller boats in, where they were actually greeted by civilization there. There were multiple people that came forward. They seemingly didn't have, like, they couldn't really make out, like, is this an elf or is this a human? I mean, the ears aren't pointed, but they have like these strangely elegant features, and eventually go in to the village where these people lived, and everything was made of this beautiful stone, and it looked it was absolutely gorgeous. And this crew wasn't heard from for a year, and so a rescue mission was mounted to try to go save them, and they were able to. They discovered the island on their own, and they arrived there. This was an elite group of adventurers, and they came upon this island, stopped off, and were greeted by these strange people. And then they found the crew. And the crew they were like red in the face, horribly like out of shape, like they hadn't moved in a year. But they rescued these people from these creatures, which came to be known as sirens. And that's what you get.
Coolio.
Alrighty. Who else would like to do something?
Fizzy!
So I'm gonna maybe if Stevie wants to help me, I want to try to see if I can train Fizzy 2 to like walk next to me or like come to me, because I don't think I've ever done anything like that. And I think Chloe's too young to still do anything like that. Maybe I'll try to encourage her to crawl, but stuff like that. Try to see if maybe I can get Fizzy 2 to walk beside me, like stay with me.
Fizzy 2, make an animal handling check.
Okay. Because I mean, I've been having her with me in my satchel or whatnot, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure, give me 1 second, sorry.
+7.
Does she get advantage if I'm helping her too?
Sure.
Okay, cool. You said, yep, it's +7. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my Roll20. It keeps saying loading. Okay, there we go. 19.
You have advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie's helping you.
Yep, that's true. Yeah. 19's better.
19. Yeah, the thing with Fizzy too is that like she sticks with your group really well. She is definitely like imprinted on Zero. So like when she does stray away from you, it's because she's going over to Zero. And Zero at some point during your stint helping prepare dinner, the Fizzy 2 just kind of like hops over onto your hops over and then hops up onto the table and kind of begins like waddling over to you. And you hear Fizzy calling for Fizzy 2, and you say over here, and Fizzy, you walk up to see Fizzy 2 there with Zero.
Okay, and he's
and Stevie, you also walk up there as well.
Okay. And he's still cooking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So, oh, there she is. Okay. Well, I guess she wanted to say hi to you. What are you cooking?
Yeah, it smells good. Maybe.
Maybe. I'm sure it does.
It smells fine.
For what it is.
Alright, cool. So, I guess I'll just kind of, what do you call it? So, I'll just let Zero know that I'm trying to practice with her, like staying with us as a group and things like that, and everything. And what about Chloe? Is she at a crawling age yet, or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, Chloe can like walk. It's just not gracefully, but like Chloe can walk. Like bears can walk pretty quickly.
Okay.
So
can I do some kind of training with her to like when I say her name or something that she like will come to me a little, or is that too far fetched?
You can certainly try.
Okay, so
I'll say, yeah, you and Steve, like, you can make another animal handling check, and either you and Stevie can both roll, or Stevie can give you advantage on this as well.
Steve, do you want to give me advantage, or what do you want to do? Do you want to try?
Yeah, no, you can roll. I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Whoa, no.
All right. So a 19. It's like a half a day's worth of work. So like, you're not discouraged because like she's really honestly like probably too young to really recognize that kind of thing. But you're pretty sure that like starting her early is definitely going to help. Just judging from like what the two of you have known from your past in the forest and the people that would have companions there. So it is it's good to get it started, but there's not a huge reaction at this time.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Alrighty. Who else?
Yeah, I think that's all of us.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
That is everybody, isn't it? Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, eventually you guys will have, like a nice dinner prepared with some help from Zeromus. And you will settle in for the night. We can kind of just do like similar watches if you wanted, or if anybody wanted to do anything different over the night. Speak now or forever hold your barnacles.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say River will stay for 2 hours with Klonoa during whatever time he's up.
Oh, damn it. I was gonna do the same thing. In that case.
Well, the thing is, like, River's gonna be asleep, so it's up to Klonoa. Like, River can ask Klonoa to, like, wake her up if you get up.
Yeah. Whether he does or doesn't is up to you. But that's her plan. She definitely asks.
Cool. Alrighty.
Would like to just
Hang on.
watch again.
Sure thing. You gonna go up into the crow's nest again?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, we'll start off with another Stevie perception roll. You climb up to the crow's nest using your elf eyes to see through the night and climb up the ropes.
Okay.
And it's not like a ladder up there. It's like you're climbing up ropes. And it's like like crosshatched ropes, so it's easier to climb. 18. Yeah, the thing is, like, you watch for a while, kind of looking out across the ocean, looking up to the sky. You actually do catch another meteor. You catch another shooting star, and you're thinking, like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But you do catch another one. Granted, this is over the course of 4 hours, so you're basically like sitting there just watching for 4 hours. So who knows how many shooting stars you'd catch in real life if you did that.
Do I notice anything different about the stars, or do they? Because when you're traveling in a direction, the stars change, right? They're gonna change a little.
Ever so slightly. Make a survival check.
Okay. Ooh.
What we got here? Oh, natural
7. Yeah.
one. You are, as far as you are concerned, these are different stars. This is so unfamiliar to you, and like the thing is about being a ranger, like you really do specialize in certain types of environments, to the point where other environments and learning about them and everything kind of gets neglected. So like you're very unsure, and yeah, like the stars look completely different. You cannot get your bearings at all. But alrighty, cool. Well, that will end Stevie's watch. We'll go Klonoa. You will later on come out of your elven meditation, and what would you like to do?
He's gonna wake up River because she asked, and that's something Klonoa would do.
Sorry.
No, there's nothing to be sorry about. And then I guess he would just go looking at the ocean again until she goes back to sleep.
Yeah, she would just join and hang out, watch the stars with him for a while, before heading back to sleep after a couple hours.
Sure, both of you make perception checks.
One time.
Arg, I rolled the 19.
24.
So both of you notice, as you're looking up at the stars together, you both notice the same shooting star streak across the sky.
Well, that's pretty.
Well, my mom always said, whenever you see a funny rock, make a wish.
Alrighty. Cool. So again, the next morning comes, much like the previous morning. The entire crew wakes you up as they are getting up. The rest of them, and a couple of them are actually bedding down. If I can get somebody to roll a d12 for me.
I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
2.
A 2. Oh,
Oh no.
a 2.
Voice.
Excited.
No.
A 2, you say?
Hellstrom here now? Did he just
Sing
magically
another ship.
teleport onto the ship? Yo, that would be fucking awesome if he fucking rolled by another ship that he made, like a steampunk ship or something.
Basically a robot with like just gigantic engine on the back of it, just propelling him faster than us by.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Screaming the whole way, I don't know how to stop!
So, as you guys are waking up, you actually are awoken by screaming. There is some kind of commotion going on up on the main decks.
Okay.
Shit.
So So yeah, definitely rush up there to see what's
Yep.
going on.
River.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna rush
Burn
up.
out.
Did the music just change, you guys?
Why do I hear boss music?
Oh
This is not boss music.
So,
no!
No, that wasn't me.
Run for your
So-
lives.
so is everybody running up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So you guys run up to see a commotion as people are just running all over the decks. You see that there is a particular focus as you run up to the upper deck, back by the helm, and you look out behind the ship, and all of you see at the same time this mass of water being pushed as this massive creature is approaching you. If I can get everybody to make a perception check.
24.
8.
23. I mean, yeah, 23.
Okay. So, River, Fizzy, and Zero. You guys, all of you see this shape, but you guys are able to make out through the water a massive beak, and behind it, an even more massive barnacle-covered shell with fins sticking out as it is just barreling towards you guys. If I can get everybody to roll initiative, please.
Turtle dragon?
I think that's Fizzy's mom. Fizzy's mom.
Fighting a giant turtle duck.
Oh my gosh, she did not.
I did. Luckily, it's initiative, and I'm the healer, so. This puts me in a position to fix just about anything that happens.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you guys, Rag, what'd you get?
What is it? Not good, but 9.
9. River,
5.
is that a natural one?
Yes.
Okay. Fizzy, 12.
Yes.
Stevie,
11.
0.
20.
Klonoa,
24.
24. All right. So,
Is this considered like an animal you can potentially speak to?
you can certainly try. River, as you are looking out at this thing, you are slack-jawed at just the immensity of it as it is barreling toward the ship. That's just why it takes you so long to get going. But we're going to start off here with Klonoa. You see that the crew is scattering. They look worried.
Oh, jeez.
Are there any cannons on the ship?
Cannons do not exist because gunpowder
Oh, yeah.
does not exist.
Spears.
That's the thing.
There is a ballista at the front of the ship on the upper deck of the bow.
I will mount the ballista then.
All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to switch over. This is going to be the easier battle map to use for this in particular. Again, I don't know why the ship... Ugh, what is going on? Hang on, I gotta get refreshed here. At this point, the dragon turtle is still a ways away. It's probably like, like 300 or no, it's probably more like 200 yards away. It's 200 yards away. it's like a ways away, but you're seeing it barreling towards you guys. There we go. Now it's fixed. So we'll get you guys thrown up. Who all saw the dragon turtle? It was Zero, River,
Fizzy.
and Fizzy. So you three will start up here. We'll say that you guys got a better vantage point. The rest of you will start there. So yeah, you can certainly move to go towards the ballista. Yep, up at the front.
And that will be my turn.
And don't forget, as a rogue, you can dash as a bonus action.
Yeah, but if I don't know where it's located exactly, I can't really make that decision.
Don't know where or what's located.
The turtle turn.
I'm saying if you're running towards the ballista, you could get to the ballista this turn.
Where's the whatever it is in the water though? What side of the ship again?
It is off of the back of the ship.
I'll do it. I'll just mount the ballista.
All right. So we've got Klonoa mounted on the ballista. There are large bolts there next to you, and it will take. It does take time to load the ballista. Actually, let me get the ballista pulled up here. Yeah, so it takes an action to load the weapon, an action to aim it, and an action to fire. So you can load it this round.
Yeah, I'm gonna load it.
Cool. Yeah, so you throw on this large bolt onto the ballista and crank back the basically like giant rope that is holding it there, and put the bolt there. All right, so that brings us to our next, which is Zero.
Okay, so we can't see it, correct?
You can see it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We just don't have a token out for it.
I mean, it's way off of the map. It's like 200 yards away.
Okay. Give me just a second here. Set and move. And I'll use my bonus action to just kind of move up here as well.
That's a rogue thing.
No, you can bonus
That would
action.
take your action.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just use my
Okay,
action.
yeah, so your action.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that will be my turn.
All right. Man, why did it do it again? Why does it keep doing this translucent thing? Come on. Hang on, let me get this fixed up. Hang on. It's because my hotkey is what's doing it for muting myself in Discord. There we go. All right, so cool. That will bring us to the Dragon Turtle's turn. The Dragon Turtle is just going to continue moving toward you guys. So track of that. And it can move how far? That far. All right. That'll end its turn. Fizzy.
Okay, so am I within like shouting distance of it or no?
No, not over, you know, the ocean water and everything.
Okay. I think there's a good one that I can pass. So if I do, which one was it again? So if I did healing spirit, it creates a 5-foot cube that you can see, and then people can step in and out of it and swing it over directly. If I cast that now, I'm trying to remember how long it'll like last up to, like one whole future round, right? Like it's not going to die at the end of, which is 1 round.
No, it's 10 rounds.
That's 10 rounds. Okay, so. Alright, is this the same one that I'm thinking about? The one that does that spot where people can walk through it and get additional healing?
Yes.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is cast that so that we have it, so we can go in and out of it, because I think it's too far away for me to attack right now. So let's see. So it's on the side that most of us are, right? Like it's coming from that direction.
It is coming from the rear of the ship.
Okay. So
Well,
like right here, can I?
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah. So like right here where that arrow went to, can I cast the healing thing right there so that people can run in and out of it if they want for heals?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You can do whatever you want.
Is there a token or something you can put down there so people know?
Yeah. What is the radius of that?
Yeah, so it is. Okay, it's 5-foot cube that you can see with the range, and then. Yeah,
For some reason,
so
I can't
if
see
anyone
the
moves
grid.
Spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. So you can move the spirit up to 30 feet from the space you can see. And I'm just going to put it right there because it's probably a good spot for all of us to run in and out.
There we go. Okay. So what is the radius of it?
It's a 5-foot cube.
Oh, it's literally just 5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the spot
Yeah,
where you
it's
can like
one
step
pile.
over to get health as you run around. So that
All right, and you're
people
put.
can go through it.
So you're gonna put it like where I have you right now?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And then that way, everybody have their turns. Make sure you run through it if you need to get help.
Cool. And then I will just move you back.
Yeah.
Just had you there so that I could see the grid since it's not over the ship. Cool.
And that will
All right.
be my turn. That will be the
Alrighty. Stevie.
Okay, can I help Klonoa with the ballista? Or no?
I will say that if you help Klonoa with the ballista, we can take away one of the rounds that it'll take to do things. So it'll
Okay.
only take 2 rounds. It'll take a round to load and a round to fire.
But how long is it going to take me to get to him?
You won't be able to do it this round.
Okay, but I can
You could
go
probably-
towards him.
Yeah, you could probably get to him if you dashed.
Okay.
Yeah, you could get to like here.
Okay, so I want to do that.
Yeah.
So just move up there?
Yep.
I can't. I mean, I can't.
No, you can.
Thank you. Alright. So, like, right there.
You could even move up one if you wanted.
Okay.
I would say to help him, you'd have to move up next
So
to
right there?
him. Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
And that's it.
All right. Rag.
Would it matter if I helped him out at all, or no? Or do you think like
If
would it
you
be
helped
any-
out,
Let me say this: would it be any better if I helped him out at all? If I dashed over there, or not really?
I mean, they've already there are the two of I would say 2 people is the max that medium-sized ballista
Okay,
could
then
take.
question's answered. All I'm gonna do is just protect these guys and just stay on guard. So I'm focusing on defense.
Okay.
And I mean, 3 and 3 is a good number to have with people both sides of the ship. So I think that's the best tactical thing to do. So that's what I'm gonna do since the monster isn't technically here yet.
Okay. Cool. You can hold an action if you want.
I shall hold an action then. What does that do then? What does
So there has to be a condition for it to be met. So you could say like, I mean it, like it would, it's a ranged thing, but you know, like Stevie could say like, I hold an action for if the dragon turtle gets within 100 feet. I hold an arrow to I shoot an arrow. For you,
I have a sword. There's not much I can do against
Yeah.
him. He's gonna be in the water.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can peek out. Like a raid boss that kind of holds its arms out or whatever. Then I could, but
Didn't you get your crossbow though?
yes, but arrows through water, unless it comes
Oh,
out,
yeah.
is still
so
kind of a
the way that
yikes.
works is arrows just have, so ranged weapons shooting into water just have like whatever their minimum range is.
Oh, so it would work.
Yeah, so when you're looking at range,
okay.
also right now the dragon turtle is like above water.
Oh, okay. I'll just
Yeah.
hold my crossbow out in case it gets any closer. How far is he away from the ship?
He's currently
Off the map.
he's way off the map. You'd reckon he's probably about somewhere in the realm of 500 feet and gaining quickly.
Okay, yeah. If he somehow approaches, I'll aim for him. But I'll just hold a crossbow out
Okay.
with the shot charged ready.
Alrighty, and you're just gonna wait until he gets within range.
Yeah.
What's the range on that?
80 feet, I believe.
Light crossbow.
Range 80, yeah. For some reason it says parentheses 320, but I don't know.
Yeah, so the 320, you can shoot that far, you just won't get your proficiency. But it can shoot that far, you just won't be able to add your proficiency.
Yeah, I'm not
bonus
even
to
going to worry about it.
it. Yeah, so you're just once he gets at 80 feet.
Correct.
Cool. Alright, River. You are now come out of your shock as everybody else has moved, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta do something.
Right. Quickly making a plan. Footage-wise, how far away is the dragon turtle at this point?
You somewhere maybe probably around maybe-ish 500 feet-ish.
Alright.
And gaining quickly.
River is going to look at Fizzy and go, I've got a plan. Wait until I've done my thing. We've got to wait until it's 30 feet from us. And I'm just going to hold, I'm just going to skip my turn until it's within 30 feet. And then I'm casting Bane on it.
Alright. So holding Bane for when it's within 30 feet. Sounds good. Alright, so that brings us back around to Klonoa.
I am going to aim.
Absolutely. So you begin to take aim. What's the range on this puppy? The range currently, the range is 300 feet with that puppy. But it would be less. So it's 100 feet, and you get a. Actually, for you, it would be. It should just be. I think you're. We'll just go with what the stats on here are. So we'll just say it's a +6 if it's within 100 feet. It's a +3 to hit if it's within 300 feet. So you have now taken aim. You have it centered on it. I will say that you're going to be shooting through your companions.
I thought it was another action to shoot. So,
No, it is another action to shoot. I'm just saying, as they currently stand, you are aiming the ballista, like you're counting on you having to shoot where they're standing right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's my turn.
Okay. And the ballista is mounted like on the very end of the ship, so like it does have a little bit of coverage over the back, over the rear. So if something is far enough away, it can still hit it, and it could potentially hit it. So you take aim. That brings us to 0.
Okay, so now that I know where it's coming from, I'm going to just kind of return to where I was.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, you asked me where it was. I said it was off the back of the ship.
Well, I just followed Klonoa. Yeah, so I'll just use my action to dash back down here.
No problem. Alrighty.
Up, River.
So Zero just sprinted to the other side of the ship and then sprinted back. He's getting warmed up, guys. He's getting limber.
River just looks at him and go, really? Is this the time for a morning run?
I checked to see if your boyfriend needed anything.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. So that's going to bring us to the Dragon Turtle's turn. And just so you guys are aware, you guys are still moving, but it's gaining on you. So he will move again. Cool. I can do math. All right. Delta, you are not making this easy. Excuse me. All right. Fizzy.
Yes.
Your turn.
All right. So it's still not within like a decent amount of attack range, right? Just checking.
Yeah. It's definitely closer, but
50 feet or anything like that, right?
no.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna 120 feet, but not even 120 feet yet, is it?
No, not at all.
No, okay, so I'm just gonna skip my turn. There's nothing
Alrighty.
for me to do.
All right. So that will bring us to Stevie. Yep.
I'm just gonna wait right here with Klonoa.
I mean, if you want to fire the ballista, you could like Klonoa could move to the side so you could fire it.
Okay, I guess.
But I will say, like, the Dragon Turtle's still pretty far away. You're pretty experienced with ranged weapons. You think that it's probably out of range still.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like
Okay.
waiting.
I'll say this: you're much more familiar with ranged weapons than Klonoa is, so you'll definitely be able to help him know like when it's within range of this thing.
Okay.
So Klonoa, she's got your back. Ragnamus,
What's up?
Oh, I'll be right back.
it's your turn.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna fucking jump into the ocean and fight it one-on-one, so I'm gonna keep doing the same thing I've been doing.
All right,
I mean, if you
River.
want to, I could help you do that. No, if he makes it known that he'd like to go running into the ocean to attack it, I mean, I can make that happen for him.
Rag has a brain bigger than a Tic Tac, so he's not doing that.
No, I mean, you don't even want to hear River's idea?
Yes, okay, fine.
I have
Talking's a free action.
I have prepared water walk. I can literally make it so you can run on the ocean for an hour.
Really?
Yeah. I can make 10 people able to stand on the water.
What if he gets hit? Does it destroy that then?
It's my concentration.
Okay, so he won't fly into the water then.
No. It basically be walking on the dirt.
I would
But
still wait.
no, it's a bad idea.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to say Rag. I mean,
Ragnamus is a dragon turtle.
I might
Dude.
talk about that later, man.
that would be so fucking cool. All right.
What?
Um,
it would.
Walking on
The
water.
only way I would do
I
that
didn't
is
have
the
it
ship
prepared.
stopped. But
This is
if I
something I
walked
took
in the water right
because we're on the
now,
water.
the dragon would move ahead and the ship would keep going, and it would take a long time for it to stop. I would be literally one on one.
No, she's
Good
not.
idea.
She's not gonna.
The
She
ship-
jokingly says that as she just stares at the dragon turtle as it's getting closer.
I can't believe you didn't take Klonoa on a date walking on water.
She didn't have
The ship is traveling at its like fastest normal speed that it can. Like they're trying to get it going as fast as they can. There's no currents in your favor, but there's nothing working against you either.
Right.
Um,
I'm
So-
basically waiting until
River,
it's
be
30 feet
patient.
from me. I'm just
yeah,
keeping
just
an
still
eye-
holding that.
Yeah. I'm
Sounds
just
good.
waiting.
Klonoa.
I'm just gonna continue to hold this ballista steady.
Hell yeah. All right. 0.
Okay, how far out is it? In like feet wise.
I mean, you're thinking like it's definitely closer than it was before, like probably somewhere around like 400, 450, 350.
Okay, still gonna hold. But question for the DM: is this resistant to lightning or anything like that? Or
I don't know.
anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, like, why would Zero know that?
Yeah, exactly.
like, why would Zero know that?
I don't know. Being a seafarer.
Sure. All right. Make a nature check. If you can make an argument for something, we can absolutely give it a try. 19. Yeah. So from what you've heard of dragon turtles, which are not like, they're not sea monsters in the same way that like other sea monsters are, where it's like you're not even sure if they're real. Like dragon turtles are known to be real. They're far from common, but they're also not like unheard of. You've probably never seen one before, but you would have heard that. I would say you have no reason to think that it is resistant to lightning damage.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Anything else for you?
That'll be it. I'll just wait for the coming fight.
All right. It's gonna go to his turn now. All right. So I would say at this point, just so like, we'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. The dragon turtle is like not in, but approaching the range of the ballista. You think like probably not yet, but maybe like next turn.
Oh, guys, we should wait another turn so we can use this.
Fizzy.
Said next turn.
Yeah.
She's holding the skipping.
Oh,
Is he?
muted? Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Just
All right. Stevie.
I am wondering how well I can see it now to like get a visual of like its shell, its head, because it's a turtle, so it has a shell. So I want to see like what I can like see it really good.
I'll just send you a picture.
Because like it would be kind of hard to shoot its shell, right?
I mean, you would try not to hit its shell. That's for sure. All right, I'm posting a picture of a dragon turtle
Guys,
in the lore,
Yes, that's it.
in the D&D
It's so
lore
cute.
chat.
but mine's a legit one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
Like I said, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because that's
Yeah,
that ship is
I
about
looked it
the
up on Google
size.
Images, and that's
That-
the image we saw first.
That's like the official D&D image. That's about the size of your ship. It's a little bit bigger than your ship, but it's same number of decks and everything.
it looks pretty.
What the heck's going on with D&D?
No, this is
I mean,
Discord.
You're
Armor.
probably not missing the creature. You're just hitting the
okay.
shell and it's not doing any damage.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
just
How does
gonna-
that armor class
Cool.
work with that? Like, if you're specifically hitting something that, like, a shell.
Well,
would
we can get
obviously
into
have-
that later. We'll get into that later. But Stevie, did you want to do anything?
No, I'll just wait.
Okay. And Rag, did you want to hold as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Same with River.
Wait.
How do you want
Yes.
Riva. Okay, cool.
Sorry. I hit
And so that brings us back around to Klonoa. Like I said, Klonoa, you're thinking probably like next turn for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at Fizzy. Not Fizzy, Stevie, and be like, is it time now, or do I need to wait?
I'm gonna say that I'll probably be able to shoot it when it gets closer, right?
Uh,
After hit's turn, I'll probably be able to hit it. I
Yeah,
think.
and you'd also be able to tell Klonoa like he'd probably want to hold
Okay, yeah.
a little bit longer.
all right, I'll leave the shooting up to you then.
Like as far as like on the scale of like, you know, hold, hold, you're at that last one. You're at that last one. All right.
Okay.
Cool. 0.
I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast once it gets in the range.
All right. What's the range of your Eldritch Blast?
Well, let me see here. 120 feet.
Cool. Alrighty. All right. So that brings us to the dragon turtle, who is going to continue barreling towards you guys. And yeah, absolutely. Cool. Fizzy.
Okay. I'm still gonna hold.
Cool. Stevie.
Can I shoot it? Can I
Um,
take over and go to shoot it?
What is the range of your bow?
Oh man. 150.
150.
Mm-hmm.
I can pull up because I don't know if you have the sharpshooter feat.
I don't think so. Pretty
Well,
sure I don't.
Pull you up here. Stevie.
That would make Stevie crazy overpowered.
So, I mean, your range is technically 600 feet.
Okay.
You just can't add your proficiency bonus, but you can be slinging arrows at it. Like now.
Okay.
So you just, whatever it says your plus to hit is, which I think is 11, you'll just subtract 3 from it. So you're getting a plus 8 still to hit. But go ahead and sling an arrow, see what happens. And like, you know, keep in mind you have your other things too. I don't know, I don't think it's within the range of Hunter's Mark.
Let me check.
It's not.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Gonna shoot at it, guys.
I believe in you.
Ooh, okay.
All right, a 20. That just hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, you know what? I forgot. I kind of forgot how to do that.
So
I
it's
do
going to
the I
be.
do the 1d8 plus 6.
Yep.
Okay.
And also, I think you get. Yeah, you get 2 shots as well.
Okay. Let's take that
So
one.
12.
Here's my second shot. No.
All right. So, Klonoa, you see Stevie, who really has not gotten to the point of helping you yet, but will next round, and that'll take her. Like I said, yeah, that would take. So anyway, 12. Yeah. So Stevie, all of you like see this arrow fly past you and just sail out towards this thing, and you're thinking like, what is Stevie doing? It's so far away. But then you just make out as it like stabs into the side of the neck as it's like kind of moving its head and swimming, and like, shit, she hit this thing. Stevie, you go to let another arrow fly, and the string comes off of your bow. You're gonna have to restring your bow, which takes an action next turn if you want to use your bow again.
Can I cast a spell?
Is it a bonus action?
I don't think so.
What spell are you thinking of?
I'm wanting to cast the Absorb Element spell.
That's a reaction, so you would do that if you get hit.
Oh, it says... Okay.
Yeah, so like if you get hit and you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you can say
So
that you
only
cast
when I get
absorb
hit.
elements.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's not
I'm gonna wait till it hits me.
right. That way you don't have to use a spell slot that you might not need. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Cool. All right, so we got our first damage to the dragon turtle. Ragnamus,
What's up?
your turn.
Is it in range? How
Not
far is
not
it?
of you.
Yeah.
It's
Not in view.
range of you.
Okay.
No, it's in view. It's not in
Oh.
range of you.
Oh, okay. How many feet approximately?
You're thinking like somewhere around 300. Could be a little less. Could be a little bit more.
Just the same thing as before. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing that you can do quite
yeah.
yet.
So I'm just like holding up my crossbow.
All right, River.
Holding.
Cool. All right, Klonoa. Stevie gives you a nod as she looks at the string that is like flung itself off of her bow that she's gonna have to put back on. And she says, "Shoot! Shoot the damn thing!
Shoot him!
Shoot him!"
Shoot him!
So what is it? 1d20 plus 3?
1d20 plus 3.
What a 20 just did.
Yeah, no.
So you let this bolt fly, and it soars. It soars all the way past the dragon turtle, and just lands into the ocean.
I turn around. I turn around to Klonoa and give him like that Gandalf shrug that he gives, that really dramatic, like arms up, like.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look at you with a nervous laughter, like, just practicing.
All right, Zero. That brings us to you. Unless Klonoa wants to do anything else. Bonus action.
No.
Zero.
Of course I'm gonna let how many
Still hold my notice.
All right. So the dragon turtle is going to continue barreling towards you guys. He's getting pretty fucking close. And just so you guys know, your ship has hit points. Fizzy!
Can we talk about when his range was again?
About 300, I believe, is what was dead last.
Oh, he's definitely moved closer since
okay.
then.
Okay, so probably 200, somewhere in there. I don't know.
Can't do control water. It takes 10 minutes to do, so that's not gonna help.
No, like how long it lasts.
How long it lasts?
Yeah, casting time is 1 action.
Oh.
Theoretically, you could do that and slow it down.
I feel like it's not gonna do much. I'll just wait. I need to read all this. I'll wait. Did you hear me?
She's waiting.
Waiting.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you
All right.
Can you not hear me at all?
It like goes in and out.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Stevie.
Instead of restringing my bow, can I reload the...
Absolutely, you can.
ballista. I want to call it a harpoon. That's not what it's.
Yeah,
The ballista. Okay.
You could definitely there definitely are harpoons that you could put in this thing, but that have like it's basically just the cross like the bolt, but with a rope attached to it. But the rope is not long enough to cover that distance.
I don't want a rope connected. I don't
Yeah.
want to connect to this turtle.
Okay, yeah, but you can absolutely reload the ballista with your action. Sure.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. That definitely cuts down on the action economy there. All right, Ragnamus.
How far is it?
Probably around 200 feet.
Hmm. I kind of twiddling my thumbs. Hey, just
All right,
same
cool.
thing.
Hold your action, River.
Continuing to hold until it's 30 feet.
All right, Klonoa, that brings us back around to you.
Using my action to re-aim.
All right, you center in on the dragon turtle. 0.
Can I?
Can I like overcharge my Eldritch Blast to be ready for it?
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, I'm still
No, we heard yes.
Sorry.
Overcharging and
I have my ley-
So you're just holding it?
Kamehameha.
I have my ley lines down right here, so this is just where I'm standing right now.
Like a true black mage. All right. That brings us back around to the dragon turtle, guys. He is barreling towards you guys. You see he starts to veer off towards like the starboard side of the ship. He's still going towards you guys, but he's going to like kind of come like he's coming towards the side a little bit. So who is holding an action for 120 feet?
I am.
Shoot your shot.
Okay, 1 second. Hey.
A 20 that just hits. Roll your damage.
Right, and it's 2 beams. So
Cross the streams.
Rag.
I had the wrong image of an Eldritch Blast in my head.
We just start pissing on it.
that's 2 to 28.
Ooh.
You roll for each of the Eldritch Blasts separately for the damage.
We got a team.
Wow, that was a good
Okay,
turn.
take it.
Shit.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So
So we
26.
got 26 points of damage. As you guys see, Zero lets loose these two, like, astral-looking black ravens that emanate from his hands, and there's, like, this blue sort of, like, streak that follows behind them, and they just into the side of the dragon turtle, and you see it does, like, it reacts to the damage for sure. And it also reacted to the arrow as well, just like, slight winds. Looking fine though. All right, cool, awesome. Fizzy. Why this is
Going
not
to
what I played.
set it right in front of me. Hold on a second. I lost it. What was it? Okay. I'm gonna try to
Here we
do
go.
control water at 4th level, and what I'm gonna do
Hell yeah, you are.
is the whirlpool, and I want to see it's far enough away, like, you know what I mean, that it won't catch the ship, right? Because it says anything within 10 feet.
What is the range
It's
of
a 50
control water?
foot, 300 feet out, she can cast this.
Cool. Okay.
And then here I'm checking it right
It's
now.
a 50-foot square. Yeah, I'm reading it. But
Okay.
it's the range is 300 feet. Okay, cool.
So,
so
that will
the
not
whirlpool-
touch the ship. Want to make sure because I don't want to destroy another ship.
So we'll say. Okay.
If it's like 200 something feet out, it shouldn't.
Yeah, no. You still have plenty of range for this. You'll be fine. The ship will be unaffected. The effects of this actually won't take effect until the Dragon Turtle's next turn, but noted.
And then I also
So we'll take damage and it's caught.
Okay, yeah, that works. We'll do that. Perfect. That's it.
Isn't caught in the vortex. A creature caught in the vortex can use his action to try to swim away. Cool. Okay. Yep. So we're good. So the effect will actually come into play, but you guys see Fizzy begins to chant and swirl her hands around as she looks at the ocean. She closes her eyes and begins casting this spell, and as she does so, she holds out her hand, and a droplet of water comes out of her hand as she does so, and points it at the whirlpool or at the ocean, and you see the ocean start to swirl in front of the dragon turtle as it's barreling towards you guys, like she's putting this thing a little bit ahead of it so that it'll run right into it. And the ocean is beginning to just spin wildly in a it's 50 feet wide. Yeah, so it's, I mean, there's a big vortex, bigger than the dragon turtle.
Shit. I think she's summoning Pepsi Man to take care of it.
Awesome, very cool, druid shit, love it. Stevie.
I'm gonna ring stream my bow.
Alrighty, no problem. So you get your bow restrung. You have a bonus action and movement if you want to do it.
Is it in range for me to put Hunter's Mark on it? Hold on.
Not yet, but like soon, depending on
90
that
feet.
what that whirlpool does.
Okay. That's it.
Alrighty. Rag.
I'm still 120 feet, right?
Yeah. It's within 120 feet. Of that, you are aware.
Oh, but I mean to put that little tiny mark on there. Still holding my action.
All right, River.
It's within 120 feet. I guess I will cast at. What level do I want to cast this at? I will cast it at.
That's the one it's within. Yeah.
Dragon Bolt. I'll do third level.
Third level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 8? Yay, 22.
Nice. You hit. Roll damage.
This is 66. $21 damage.
Nice. So you guys see River cast this spell as this bolt of divine energy emanates from her and rockets at the dragon turtle, slamming into the side of it, and definitely affecting it.
And it's
That's
now
for sure.
glowing. And the next attack has advantage.
Nice. It's now glowing, and the next attack has advantage, which brings us to the next attack, which is Klonoa.
Yay!
Well, since I'm already aimed, I'm gonna shoot it.
Good.
All right. It's still a +3, but you have advantage.
Hey!
Oh, there you go. Nice. Awesome. Go ahead and roll damage. The damage is... What was that, River?
I didn't see the roll.
Oh, yeah. So, the damage is 3d12 plus 9. Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
He just did
All
38
right.
with the ballista.
Nice.
Usually doesn't really seem fitting for this kind of fight.
What did you say, River?
Oh, I was just telling Piper what had happened. She had
Huh?
stepped away. I was
It's
just
3d12.
No, I was just telling Piper what happened. She had walked away.
Oh, yeah. So, 38, yeah. So, Klonoa, you take aim, having had the ballista reloaded, you let the bolt fly, and it flies true as it slams into the dragon turtle, and it actually does hit a part of the shell, but it just crunches through it and just right into the dragon turtle. 38 points of damage. How about that?
Klonoa's gonna jump up and be like, "Arr, that guy!" And then quickly realized what he said and kind of shut his mouth.
All right, that brings us to 0.
Okay, so is it still at about 120 feet out?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so really all I can do is start sending Eldritch Blasts out there. So I'll just do that again.
All right, do the thing. Oh! And that is a spell attack, so that does crit.
We're gonna be the first people ever to.
Hell yes. Let us do the thing, roll the damage.
We're doing good.
The first.
So the first one's 14.
That's a cool image.
Damn. So 6. So 20. So 20 total points of damage. Still nothing to scoff at with freaking 2, or just like 1 Eldritch Blast, really. 20 points of damage as Zero lets those like astral ravens fly again, and they fly true, impacting the dragon turtle on its beak. All right, that'll bring us to the dragon turtle's turn. So he enters into the whirlpool, which means that he has to make a strength saving throw. All right, which I will do. What's your spell save DC, Fizzy?
I'm gonna go pee-pee, be right back.
Spell save, bring back.
15.
15. Yep,
15, okay.
there it is. So it has to get
All
better
right.
than 15.
That has to get at least
Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's 2d8 damage.
You fucking did it. All right, so 2d8 bludgeoning damage, and it is caught in the vortex. It cannot move.
Nice. So 2d8.
It can definitely. It can use, not this turn, but next turn can use his action to, or
Should I roll?
It can make another save.
it can attempt to use its action to save again, but it will take the full 2d8. So go ahead and roll the full 2d8.
11.
So 11 points of damage.
Okay.
From the whirlpool as it just like buffets it around, and it's slamming into water. 11 really rough waters. So 11 points of damage as it is caught in this whirlpool. It didn't get any movement, and it is going to use its action to. I guess it does still get movement technically, if it makes the save. Which it does, but it doesn't get like total extra cool movement. So,
So is it out of the way
awesome.
now?
Yeah, so it does manage to right itself, and just like with this this burst of gargantuan strength force its way out of the whirlpool.
Okay.
And let's see, how big is the whirlpool again?
It is 50 feet.
50 feet wide. Cool. So you see the dragon turtle is just going to, you see it swim below the waters, and it disappears from your sight below the waters. So the dragon turtle has now disappeared below the depths, and that does come to Fizzy's turn.
So, I'm looking at tidal wave, but I don't know that it will hit if the creature's all the way down underwater. Have a wave of water that crashes down on the area, so I don't know if that would affect the dragon.
Yeah, let's see, tidal wave. I mean, I no, not if it's below water. Yeah, because this is conjuring up a wave of water. So if it's below water, it's probably, you'd venture to say it probably wouldn't affect it too much.
It's not at a distance where I could try to stick with it, right?
I mean, it's below the water.
Yeah.
So if you have like a magical way of communicating, you could certainly, try that, but otherwise, it's below water.
Animal friendship, but let's see if I can see it. It must be in theory. Never mind. Yeah, I guess there's nothing really.
Also, you've seen a lot of animals in your day. This thing's not like an animal.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, alright. Yeah, so there's nothing really that I can do right now. How many turns have we gone through? Like 5?
We are on round 7.
Okay, so I have 3 more of that thing, and I wonder if I should redo that.
By the way, control water is concentration, so your healing thing does drop when you cast tidal wave.
Really?
By the way.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just see if there's one other thing that I'm looking at as participation as well. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait it out.
All right. I'm going to give you guys a brief time to plan while I go pee.
So,
I don't know if the ballista's like a one and done kind of thing, or it has like ammo or whatever, but you better be reloading that thing again.
I will reload it.
you guys
But
want to
I'm
hear
just-
what River and Fizzy were planning originally?
No, I want it to be a surprise.
Okay, never mind.
Sure.
I won't
Can't
tell
River
you.
talk to it?
You can still hear it. And then
Can
it'll
you make
probably
like a
be
tornado
apple.
of water and then
What?
like
Never
just use
talk.
lightning on it?
What'd you say?
I'm just worried about it hitting the boat. Like if we have to, if we're gonna lose our balance or whatever.
The most important thing is that we take as much damage out of that thing as possible before it does,
Yeah.
because protecting the ship is more important than protecting us at this point, honestly.
Right.
Maybe.
Because any damage will impact our travel. I'm kind of thinking long ahead, but if we sink, it's over. It's just pretty much over.
Well, the
I mean, yeah.
So protecting the ship is our top priority. So as much DPS as we can do before it gets to the point where it can damage the ship is the best. So,
I could
and there's
try
not much
out,
Rag can do, but he's gonna do his best, I guess.
Check and
I
see what it's
But River, you should try talking to it.
Theoretically, I could send it a message and try and convince it to leave us alone.
Maybe we could use the bluefin if it's hungry. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do beforehand, but I don't think it would stop just for a bluefin.
I mean, it's
Is it
pretty
giant,
fucking
though?
big.
I can-
Well, we have to ask what it wants first.
I mean, I can speak dragon, so.
Well,
maybe
that's
I
kind of
can listen.
spoiler, but I don't know.
All right, so that does bring us to Stevie's turn.
I'll reload the ballista.
All right, awesome. Rag? Rag, I will say,
What's up?
from your practicing with your crossbow, you're pretty sure that it is now like within like the outer reaches of the distance that you're generally comfortable with. So you could take a full shot with your proficiency.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll do so.
Well, it's still below water.
Oh well, then yeah, I'll just wait till it comes.
You can't see it anymore, but
that's right. That's right.
from when it moved out of the whirlpool, like it moved out of the whirlpool and then down, you're pretty sure like, all right, next time it pops its head up, I'm shooting, or at least like you could.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try. I'm trying to think of outside the box to see if I can do anything more.
So I'll let you. I'll just let you know. You could hold in action for like the next time you see the dragon turtle.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just do that.
Okay. And so, are you going to hold a crossbow bolt?
Yes. Yes.
And are you going to do one of your lightning bolts?
Absolutely.
Very cool. All right. Awesome. So we will know when that happens. River.
I am going to try something. Hopefully it pans out. If it doesn't, oh well, I guess. I'm gonna cast Sending to the dragon turtle.
Okay. What would you like to say to the dragon turtle?
I am going to say, hello, friend. This isn't a fight you want. There are safer meals. You should find another meal.
That sounds kind of more threatening than
It is a threat. We're gonna get up out of this.
I'll say make an intimidation check, River.
Thank you. No.
That better be an actual 20 you're rolling.
I know.
I mean, the DC's,
37.
It's a dragon, so
it's literally a dragon.
Hey.
Bruh.
The way that sending works, you're really communicating more through ideas than anything else, but especially when you're talking to like,
It
turtle.
understands the meaning of my message and can reply.
Oh, I know.
fine. So
Yeah, I
it
know.
may not be words.
So
but I
like
get
you're not like sending words, or you're not getting words back per se, but like essentially what you're getting like comes to, he says, I cannot for meal. I want treasure.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Can you type
Light
that
it
in
up,
the chat?
guys!
Could I come for
What was that, Rag?
Can you type that so I can see what you said? I couldn't understand it. Not that it matters to me personally, or Rag personally, but I was just curious.
what matters to Rag personally?
Well, I guess, but...
He doesn't know what it said though yet.
Oh, okay.
But still,
He
yeah.
wants your help.
I think I understood what you were saying.
I
It was a cool
swear to
voice.
fuck
Yeah, that's
if
what I
that's the
heard.
case.
Okay, I want treasure. Gotcha.
So, sorry if you guys can hear. Delta has the zoomies, so.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the response that you get.
Okay.
All right, that brings us back around to Klonoa.
Yeah, I told people to kill it.
Treasure is?
Klonoa, you can like hold your action to aim for when the dragon turtle shows its head again.
That I will do then.
Okay. I will allow that. I don't know if that's actually how it's supposed to work, but All right, Zero.
I'm gonna hold Eldritch Blast for when he surfaces again.
All right, cool. That brings us to the dragon turtle's turn, and he will resurface. and he resurfaces right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, I can shoot it now.
So anybody who's holding actions, Klonoa, you zero in, Zero, you zero in, Rag. Let him fly. What'd you get?
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Oh fuck! You did it! Son of a bitch!
Wait, what?
Let me have my
He
cool
rolled two
monster.
20s in a row.
He crit
Wait,
again,
God.
yes!
Let me have my cool monster. Why can't I have
You
a
know,
cool
got all
monster?
this like pent up aggression because he hasn't fought for so long.
Yeah, seriously.
Can I take another
Alright.
turn as a fighter?
Yeah, no, you get your fighter shit, man. You're a fighter, man.
I didn't know if the whole
Oh, yo,
action
roll.
thing had an impact or whatever.
Well, you're holding the attack action, and as a fighter, you get 2 attacks
okay.
per action.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll
cool.
get 2 attacks.
Yay! I do damage.
You just hit. So hang on. Everybody's doing shit. So we're gonna start first with 0. So Rag, you rolled a 13 and a 20, so you hit with 1. So okay, so we're just gonna go to 0 first. So 0, you roll your damage. None of this epic pirate music is epic.
You can play one of those songs that I sent you.
Ah, but I want epic pirate music.
Go to
Okay, so whatever the crit damage is on those. Play the pirate song from Lazy Town.
What about Pirates of the Caribbean? Is there any music from there on there?
Yeah, I got some Pirates of the Caribbean music.
20.
So,
Google pirate metal.
pirate metal, good idea.
That's what I just did, actually.
That's what I just looked up, literally.
Oh, hell yeah. No, this is so much better. That's exactly what I was going to play.
Megalovanian.
Hell yeah. All right, cool.
Like, fucking-
Nice.
Now that the dragon turtle has showed his head and is on the map, the real fight begins. All right, so 0, you roll your damage.
7 plus the crit damage.
So 20.
So 6 plus 10, and 20. 20 points of damage again. As you let your Eldritch Blast fly, they fly true, slamming into the dragon turtle.
Awesome. This music's good.
Alright, and as my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and draw my sword and throw him out just so he's floating out next to me.
Okay, cool. Let me pull up your sword here and give you the ability to control your sword. There you go. You can move that wherever you want to next to you, or wherever you're throwing it. All right, so we got that. Now we do. So, Klonoa, you were holding your action to aim, not to shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Rag, you hit with one of your lightning crossbow bolts. Unfortunately, you miss with one. So keep track of those. You now have 18,
Okay, actually, yeah, let me go to my equipment real quick.
and they're single use, by the way.
Right, of course. 18. Okay, so how does damage work with those?
Hang on, I'm refreshing. I did the dumb thing again where it went translucent. The damage is going to be
1d8
your regular 1d8 plus whatever. So just roll your regular damage, and then I'll tell you what to roll for the lightning damage. So 9 plus if you can roll another 4d6.
Hmm.
All right. So 21 points of damage as you let this bolt. The first one you let fly, it goes into the water, and you do see there's like a bzz as it does so, but it just fizzles out. But the second one flies through and hits the dragon turtle in the side, like where its neck meets its fin there underneath of the shell. And as soon as it hits and pierces into the dragon turtle, there's a burst of electricity that like climbs across the dragon turtle. This blue electricity, and you can see the dragon turtle like kind of like seizes up a little bit just for a quick second. It's not like paralyzed or anything.
Those were a big brain investment then.
21 damage. Hell yeah. Cool.
Was it real rough or no?
No. It's looking. There are visible wounds. I'll say that.
Okay.
Visible wounds. All right. So that brings us to our next actual turn, which is Fizzy.
Okay, so does anyone else holding any blasts or attacks or anything? They're all done, right?
They're all done.
Okay, so I kind of look back to the crew and I'm like, does anyone want me to try to polymorph it into something small so we can get out of here, or do we want to keep attacking it? I'll kind of get a consensus.
You can certainly try.
What'd you say?
You can certainly try.
What do you guys want to do? 0?
I mean, I'm having good luck attacking it right now, but you do what you need to do.
We're doing good damage.
Okay, so should I not then? Alright, so I'll hold
I don't know exactly what your polymorph does, but I mean, if we could turn it into a mouse and then it drowns itself, that'd be cool.
Well, I was gonna turn it into a turtle duck.
Don't turn it into something that could swim.
A mole.
Automatically goes back to being
I'm getting some real critical role deja vu right now.
it doesn't die in mass form. Like it would just go back into being a big giant monster. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't kill it. It just when it
the moment that it drowns and dies as a mouse, it'll come back as a dragon turtle.
But it's still dead, right?
No. No, it
Once it drowns and dies as a mouse, it's dead as a dragon turtle, right?
No.
I'm literally just kind of making it really small, and then
How does that work then?
When it takes damage, it goes back to its normal form.
The idea would be we could run away.
Right. It wouldn't kill it.
It's not when it takes any damage, it's when it takes like damage that would kill the form that it's been polymorphed into.
I don't feel like we'll be able to run away and hide.
Yeah.
Like, I
Not
don't
this time.
think running away is an option.
Okay.
I think
Like
we'll
I said,
have
it'll
to
be-
kill
I
it.
think it's a good last
Okay.
ditch effort at this point.
Alright.
Hold your polymorph for dire straits.
Okay. So.
I mean, if you want to polymorph into like a shark or something and then bite it,
I think it would eat the
I'm not
fuck
gonna
out
get
of
into
it.
this territory. That would be a bad idea. But yeah, okay. So
Just be like, thanks.
Druids don't polymorph themselves. They would never do something so lowly. They have something better.
I can do it with it.
No, you could turn yourself into something and swim and fight.
Since I've seen it, can I turn myself into one of it?
I think that's without of your CR, or outside of your CR level that you can you can turn into.
Turtle dragon fight.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, no, I got you. I figured not, but I do it out of it. So I'm gonna, if I do tidal wave, then the area can be up to 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and it goes to even 30 feet. But it doesn't sound like spreads up across the ground in all directions. Is it close enough where it would affect the person? Can I can I angle it in a way to make sure that it wouldn't backfire on the ship? Because it's still like 100 plus feet away, right?
It's about 35.
Oh, it's about 35, never mind. What do you think?
Well, 35 for me. It's about 30. Is it in all directions?
Doran, are you talking? I can't hear you.
No, I'm confused as what's going on. It's kind of hard to understand, you guys.
Tidal Wave, which is one of her spells. But she's
Yeah.
not sure she can do it in a way that won't hurt the ship. She's supposed to
Yeah, no, she could absolutely send the tidal wave toward it and not toward the ship.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and check. That's third level. So, let's see, 10 feet wide, blah, blah, blah. So on a failed save, the creature takes 4d8. So you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie. So you guys see as Fizzy again begins chanting and casting a spell. I mean, you guys really haven't gotten to see Fizzy let loose with this druid shit yet, and it is happening now. She begins. This is actually like conjuration spell. She's not pulling water up from the ocean. She is summoning water out of thin air, and as she does so, she dips her hand in some of the water that is on the railing to get a droplet of water, which is the material for the spell, throws it out, and as she does so, it begins to swell into this huge wave, 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, that crashes down on top of the dragon turtle, who will now make his dexterity saving throw.
Fizzy's a waterbender.
Isn't that awesome?
Whoa. Kind of a little bit cooler because waterbenders can't really summon water.
Oh no! This is fantastic.
Fuck. All right. So I was originally gonna say that you can't be prone underwater, but a dragon turtle could certainly be rocked around upside down and have to like right itself still. So yeah. So you see the wave wash over the dragon turtle, and you see the dragon turtle begin spinning throughout the wave. It's actually going to get pushed. We'll say it gets pushed out to. Say it gets pushed like 15 feet or whatever. Yeah, about 15 feet. And just so you know, like the range, it's just to like if Zero to do something, it's just to it. Any of these. So it's about 40 feet away from Zero.
So it's at the very edge of that. Okay.
Yes, yeah, the very edge of that. And it is now, yeah, we'll say, I think disoriented is a better way to put it. It is disoriented, which is essentially going to be its version of prone. So it'll have to right itself. Awesome. And also damage. Roll damage.
Oh, yeah.
Takes,
You said 46?
48.
Sorry, my bad. I misheard. Even better.
Okay, now this isn't very boss music.
23, shit.
Nice. 23 points of damage. This thing is rocked by Fizzy. All right, guys. It's starting to look a little rough. He hasn't even gotten to do anything to you guys yet.
Thank goodness.
He hasn't even gotten to approach us. Like,
His time will come. All right, Stevie, it is your turn.
Okay, I have a question. Since it's disoriented, do we get advantage?
Yeah. It can't,
Okay.
like, try to dodge out of the way or anything, so sure.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
Alrighty. Do it. Do the thing.
This music changed just in time.
Oh my gosh! What the fuck, guys? Let me have a cool monster, please!
You'll get your shit.
Man, I don't need my lucky penny anymore.
All right. Hell yeah. I am going to. Whoa.
Zoran
Let's
just
see.
ripping up his sheet of all magical things.
He's probably looking.
I-
He's like, what else can I sick on him?
I am going to do something very nice for you, Stevie, and it's only
Okay.
because it's the first time that this has ever come up, and I'm never gonna do it again. So, and let me just confirm here. Yes. I'm going to tell you that it is within range for you to cast Hunter's Mark, and Hunter's Mark damage is also doubled on crits.
Really?
Yep, so you can use your bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
And so make sure you cast that spell in your spells on D&D Beyond. And
Alright.
so go ahead and roll your normal damage first. Keep in mind, guys, this is only one of her 2 shots.
Nice.
Sorry. Here we go. Ta-da!
Damn. All right. Well, so 8 from your regular damage, and then for Hunter's Mark, that's another.
So 1d6?
Yeah, 1d6, which will also be doubled.
Now this is the music. That's
So 12 points of damage for that first shot. Hell yeah. And you can go ahead and make your second shot.
13. Oh, man.
That misses. So you let your first arrow fly. It flies very true, piercing into. It actually like opens its mouth as it's disoriented. You pierce into its like tongue, weird fucking dragon turtle tongue. And then you let the second arrow fly, and unfortunately, it does hit. It impacts the shell and skitters off into the ocean. Hell yeah! All right. That brings us to Ragnamus.
crossbow go pew pew.
Do the thing.
Okay, neither of those hit, so fuck it.
All right. So don't forget about your action surge. You could
I'll
use that if
use
you
it.
wanted.
Why not? Yeah. So 2 more,
Yep.
right?
That'll also be the last time that I remind you about action surge.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Damn.
Only a 40% chance of hitting it anyways, so
That's but that is also 4 more of those lightning bolts gone.
yeah. I mean, better take any chance than not.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So unfortunately, none of those crossbow bolts are a hit. But what you all are astonished by is how fast Rag can reload a crossbow. So
I do have good dexterity.
you shot 4 crossbow bolts in the span of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That's fucking fast as hell, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
could do that in
really.
real life. All right, River.
Practice.
Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh, alrighty.
That means I
Dun,
make
dun, dun, dun.
a attack roll. And if this works, nope.
Oh shit.
Oh, never mind. doesn't do
Actually, hang on a second. We need to do some rerolls because we forgot that
What?
you guys have advantage on this thing.
Oh shit.
anything.
So, Stevie, you can actually reroll your second shot. No point in rerolling the first one because it was already a nat 20. But go ahead and reroll your second shot. Okay, cool. Literally the same thing that you rolled.
Yeah, I was like, that's the same number.
Wow, okay. Rag, you can go ahead and reroll all 4 of your shots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh my god, okay, blah 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 blah. Alright, I'm just gonna copy and paste that so I can do it really quick.
You're welcome for being a gracious DM.
Thank you.
Thank you. No. Okay.
Alrighty, you hit with one of them.
Great.
You don't lose any
Would that
more.
consume any more though? Or-
No. Because you're just re-rolling for what would have been the same shots.
1d8 plus 6, right? Let me double check. I can't find it for some reason.
1d8 plus 6, and then I believe
No,
it
8
was
four.
4d6? Or 48? 46.
Not bad at all.
So 23 points of damage from one crossbow bolt.
And I get to reroll?
And yeah, absolutely, you get to reroll. It's your turn
Come
now.
on, please.
Your turn again.
22!
There you go.
All right.
So, the target only deals half damage with weapon. I don't know if technically its attacks are weapon attacks, but they use strength until the spell ends. At the end of each of its turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw against the spell. On a success, it ends. That's for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. So that definitely affects a lot of what it can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool, awesome. So it is enfeebled. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually give it a Hunter's Mark, and we'll just say E for, or ENF for enfeebled. Cool. All right. That totally is an H as well. It's not a K. Cool. So that is going to bring us back around to Klonoa.
I'm going to attempt to shift this thing.
Do it. Do the thing.
Nope.
All right, so the ballista flies, but it overshoots. Klonoa was not expecting it to resurface so close to the ship, and that's valid. Pretty fast. All right, Zero.
Okay. So, I'm gonna use my action to do an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll again, just in case. I get
Absolutely.
that third attack 20.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
25.
25.
So 11 and so 21 points of damage. Damn. The ravens fly true into either side, and it just like this thing's looking rough, guy. It's real rough, really rough. That was your bonus action.
That was my action, then I'm using my bonus action to move Shadar is 30 feet towards the turtle.
30 feet towards the turtle.
Yep.
Cool.
Next attack, he's gonna get swept twice with that too.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's all I can do.
All right, that brings us to the dragon turtle. The dragon turtle is first off going to right itself. Then it is going to dive into the ocean and like away from the ship. It's gonna get another 40 feet away. So that would put it 80 feet away from you guys and also below the ocean. I'm going to leave it there so we can remember that it's Hunter's Marked and Enfeebled, just in case you guys do anything. But it is 80 feet away. And that'll be its turn. Which will come to Fizzy.
You're good.
Alright, I could do Odin underwater though, so I can't do tidal wave. And I'm kind of saving my polymorph for a Hail Mary if you need it, but it is getting. I don't know if there's anything I can do. So can I see it below water? Like, can I like see that, you know, its form kind of like below the water?
Make a perception check.
Alright, come on. Perception, okay. 20? Whoa, everything got quiet. Can you guys hear us? Okay.
I think we're back.
Alright, I think we're back now. Sorry. We got a 20. I got a 20.
So what's that?
She rolled a 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. Yeah. So she can see the faint outline of it.
Okay. So, frostbite. You cause a numbing frost to form over one creature that you can see within range. Oh wait, you said 80 feet though, huh?
Yeah.
It's right outside range. Never mind. Alright, so I'm gonna turn and give, who's next after me? Like, who's next after me in the chain?
With the way that things have been going, you've been seeing Stevie letting some arrows fly, usually right after you cast your spells.
Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and give guidance to Stevie. She can roll a d4 and add it to an ability check of her choice. Oh wait, that's not an attack though, is it?
Do what?
Sorry. When you add guidance, is that to an attack or is that to something else?
Guidance is...
That's an ability check.
Yeah, I don't believe... Maybe. Hang on.
I'm trying to think, Stevie, do you have to do some kind of check so that you can attack it again?
No, they are not ability checks. However, something interesting, initiative is an ability check.
Can I use guidance for anything to help anybody? I kind of don't really understand it.
You would use it if somebody was going to do like if somebody was going to try to pick a lock, you would do it for that,
Okay.
or where they'd have to make like a sleight of hand check, or a stealth check, or a persuasion check.
As much as I hate to say this, Zoran, the dragon turtle gets to make a Constitution save
For what?
for the enfeeblement. At the end of each of its turns, it had a turn.
Oh, okay. I appreciate the
Uh-oh.
honesty. That's some good D&D right there.
16 is the check.
Yeah. There's nothing that I can do, so I'm just gonna
Yeah, there was almost no way it wasn't just...
Yeah, not with a plus 11.
It had to roll a 3 or lower.
Yeah.
Or no, 4.
Yeah, that's like 3%.
It had to
Which
roll
has
a
been
4 or lower.
rolling pretty shit, but all right. So, Fizzy, what you gonna do?
I'm not gonna. There's nothing that I can do. There's really nothing I can
I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. We'll just remember that it has Hunter's mark on it.
Oh, we deleted it. That means it's dead.
do. Next.
Da 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 da.
Warp / invis X zone trick.
What you doing, Fizzy?
I'm not doing anything. There's nothing I can do.
She's just waiting for it to resurface, get closer, kind of thing.
We gotta figure out a way to put the mic where we can
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah, I don't. Normally they can. I don't know why tonight they can't.
It's like when she starts off talking, it's quiet, and then as she keeps talking, it gets louder. It might be like the noise suppression settings in Discord or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, it might be
like
because
maybe
she's
the
sitting
technical thresholds.
a
Yeah,
little bit away,
so-
it's not getting her right away.
Yeah, so that'll bring us to Stevie. Stevie, it was 40. So it's still within range of your bow, but it is below water. But it is still within range.
Okay, I'm gonna load the ballista.
Alrighty, very cool. Sounds good. Rag.
I'm a firing my crossbow bolt. Well, I'm not firing it. I'm just holding it.
Okay. Yeah, you can shoot it.
Wait, can I still?
It's 80 feet away, so it's like
But it's underwater.
probably
You said it doesn't really matter for that, right? What-
it doesn't. It's fine for like just below water or like a little bit below water. If you're out of water and it's below water but it's within range, then it's of the base, whatever just the regular range is, then it's fine.
So I can hit it. In
It is 80 feet away from. Actually, I think it's too far away from you. I think it's out of your range. Yeah, it's out of your range.
Can I just move closer to it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, then I'll just do that and do it.
So,
Does
yep,
that,
perfect.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and make your shots.
Yeah.
Nice. So you do manage to hit it.
What is it? D8 plus 4, 10, and then what is it? Oh, shoot. 46, right?
Yep.
Cool.
18.
So 18 points of damage as Rag lets loose a crossbow bolt. It goes into the water and like it's a little bit off, so it like slows down and like doesn't get to it. But the second one, he's aimed right at like the back of the tail, right like the closest point, and it does manage to, with the velocity still behind it, impact the dragon turtle's tail and deal 18 points of damage as the actually 26 points of damage because that is lightning damage underwater. So I'm going to say that's doubled. So 26 points of damage. The dragon turtle is like swimming like it is now like it is trying to disengage. It is trying to get away.
I want to probably more.
It bit off more than it could chew.
Tried to warn it.
Which brings us to River.
Imagine having 2 turtle dogs. I'm just saying. I'm kidding.
I tried to warn it. I'm gonna move over to the edge
Second. Okay.
so that I can potentially see it. Is that the edge or whatever? I'm standing at the
It would
edge
be
of
the
the
one
boat.
over, but it would be the one over.
Oh. And I'm looking down. Is there any chance that I see it?
I'll be right back. My dad needs help with groceries.
Yeah, so Fizzy's able to like point out the silhouette of it below the water.
Okay.
To both you and Ragnamus.
I just like shaking my head and be like, I tried to warn it. It's within 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, remind me, the Helmet of Themes, is that a bonus action? Like, if I were to put it on and use it, is that a bonus action? Or is that a full action? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it was originally an action, but we'll say that at this point, you've gotten you're a little bit more dexterous than you used to be. We'll say it's a bonus action for you.
Okay. I pull it out of the bag, throw it on my head, tap it to activate it, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 4th level.
All right.
So this is
Do it.
actually one more than what I roll. So 23.
Damn.
All right, that absolutely hits.
All right.
And magic is not slowed down by water.
Nope. This is 76.
7d6.
21.
Nice. 21 points of damage as this guiding bolt rockets toward it.
Next thing has advantage.
And it is, I mean, man, guys, like, you are brutalizing this dragon turtle at this point. Like, skin is hanging off, like, the ocean is just red with blood.
We would have been friends with it.
Oh, all right. Is that your turn, River?
Yeah, that's what I can do for this round.
Awesome. All right, Klonoa. What you doing?
So I'm just going to aim the ballista.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I'm pretty sure it can't hear me, but I'm gonna yell out in Draconic. Sorry you had to get so hurt, but please don't attack us again.
Let's see if it hears you. Probably not. No, it does not hear you.
Yeah, I figured.
Or at least it doesn't appear to hear you.
That is my
But Stevie, you're standing there next to Klonoa, and then all of a sudden Klonoa is just making these like growling sound, like not even growling sounds. They're like a roar screech noise, like both at the same time. It is strange to hear those sounds come out of this guy's mouth. All right, 0.
Okay, so before I make my final decision here, if I were to cast Witch Bolt, can I just zap the water in the general direction?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna cast Witch Bolt on it anyway.
Okay.
Damn it!
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss. No, it has advantage. Next attack on it has advantage.
Advantage. Roll again.
Oh.
Right.
Roll high. Yeah!
Oh, fuck! Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
And it gets double damage because it's in water, so it gets double damage.
Fuck it, sure, why not? Why not? Why not? It doesn't work that way, but sure, why not?
Zoran's like, never got to attack.
Damn, bruh.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Zoran. I'm sorry.
No, the other time.
40-12.
You guys just wait. I'm gonna come back stronger than ever.
I was gonna say, Zoran, our combats have only gone one of two ways. We either decimate the thing we're fighting, or we barely make it out.
39.
Yes! And it only gets better.
Alright, so here's the thing.
This thing just gets electrocuted so hard, it just like explodes.
Well, here's the thing. That's enough damage on its own to kill it. So even before the crit and all the electricity, like that is enough. 0. How do you want to do this?
All right, what happened?
Oh my gosh!
What happened?
Rag with the timing. Rag with the timing. Always.
What happened?
Zero did his witch bolt, which is like an electricity
39.
spell, and got 39 points of damage, and that was before the crit that he rolled, so that would double it to what 78.
Yeah.
And then we just said, you know what? It's fully in water. It would be doubled again, but not on top of that. So just be 78 plus another 39. Either way, 0. How do you want to do this?
So as I'm just holding out my hand, this massive bolt of electricity just shoots out and just hits the turtle square like on the neck, just causing it to like start shuddering, and then it just. I don't know if you've seen some of the Godzilla movies where this kind of happens, but it just starts like shaking and shaking to where it just kind of like explodes with electrical energy, and just kind of like sinks to the bottom of the ocean with like just leaving its shell floating up on the top of the water.
Damn. Disintegrated.
Perhaps we can make armor out of that shell.
And with that, I just kind of calmly call Shadar back to my hand and sheath it. Turn around and like kind of like dust off my my coat.
River just hold their hand up for like a high five.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's like you guys high five, and there's like the freeze frame, and then like the comic book like explosion behind you as like the water just rockets up, and there are like chunks of dragon turtle just falling back, just into the water. Some of them even make it onto the ship. Rather large chunks as well. And it is about this time that you see the crew start resurfacing from the lower decks. And they are looking like sheepishly, and Daffy is the first one to come out, and he goes, "What in God's name are you?" As he's looking at you, Zero.
I told you we can handle ourselves.
Well, all right, lads, back to sailing. Let's get the fuck away from here.
Oh, Captain.
Shell?
Captain, can we go grab the turtle thing?
I was gonna say, there's a lot more meat and a shell that probably would make a really cool.
Shell is definitely going to be worth something.
How the fuck are you gonna get that shell on this ship?
There's a lot of people you could. tie
There's
it,
pieces
tie it
of
with
it as
rope,
well.
and then haul it and like hang it off the back of the ship until we land somewhere.
That would slow us down significantly.
All right, all right, all right.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm putting that out there.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
How
my
bad
God, this
does
trip
the
is gonna
ship
be
look?
like
Like,
80 days now.
I mean, I just want a piece of the ship.
I know, right?
Yeah, me too. I
You
don't
said
want to
persuasion?
have this trip be 50 days.
Yeah, a persuasion check.
13?
No.
He says, absolutely fucking not. We're getting out of here.
All right. Fair enough.
You got some pieces of it on the ship. Just fucking take those or throw them overboard. I don't fucking care.
I will definitely take the biggest piece I can.
And he looks back down into the main hold at like all of the men that are all bunched there at the bottom of the stairs, like with these like huge eyes and these like slack-jawed looks as they just like you guys like have walked down to speak with them, and they just look at you guys, all of you, in absolute awe. You guys just killed a fucking dragon turtle.
Yeah.
That is
Without
like
it even
that is like
touching the ship.
the stuff of legends right there. Like
Right.
dragon turtles aren't uncommon, are pretty rare, but like killing one,
surviving.
come on,
one.
man. Yeah, surviving one, let alone killing one. Yeah. So but Daffy says, "Get the fuck up here and set sail!" And then they all scurry up like the stairs and like are stumbling over each other and everything as they begin setting you guys back on course.
And we're like, make sure you tell everybody what happened.
We did
just goes,
something
I need help bringing some of this to the kitchen. I'm hungry. And he's
So
gonna
is
start
there
trying to
decent
drag
size-
chunks.
Did anyone tell them what our name is?
I'm gonna.
Oh.
That's a Zero job though. Zero could do that.
Yeah, Zero will do it. That sounds good.
I'm gonna grab the remains of the turtle shells and just add them
What
to my pile.
what was the treasure that he wanted on the ship, you guys?
No
Who knows?
I know I didn't hear him say it, but
I was
River,
gonna say,
you
only
heard
River
him
knows
say
that he said it.
yeah. I know only River knows, but
It's a good question. Who knows?
why was
Yeah,
he
I doubt it.
attacking the ship, you guys?
I don't
Okay,
know.
just like out of character thing, I doubt he was looking for a specific treasure. I think he was just raiding ships for treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make his own horde at this point.
Yeah.
We get to
Yeah,
board
that's
and
what
we
I
find
figured.
out that there's like this huge treasure on board we never knew about. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Before heading down to where I assume the kitchen is down at least one level, but before I head down there, I walk up and give Klonoa a hug and be like, "That was crazy."
Yeah, that totally was. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you're okay. So,
I'm gonna take these turtle shell parts and I'm gonna head downstairs.
Now,
Fair
is
enough.
it the meat or the shell?
it sounds like
I'm only
parts of
taking the shells.
shell and the meat landed on the in bits.
Both? Okay.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. At that point, River will grab
Hey, did
grab
we
some
lose
meat.
Doran?
No.
Oh no, okay, you just didn't have it rolled down. Okay,
Sorry.
thanks. No, it's okay.
But yeah, she's gonna go down using her cook utensils and the kitchen space to try and cook a meal for the entire ship. Hopefully there's enough meat for it, but she's gonna do
Sure.
her best.
All right.
She'll even pull out her cookbook and see if there's a recipe that would call for any kind of like meat that might be similar.
There's a turtle stew.
Exactly.
You have no idea if dragon turtle meat is anything like regular turtle meat, but there's a turtle stew.
It's what I'm gonna try.
All right. The rest of you up on the main deck, on the mast deck, begin to hear thunder in the distance. Daffy, his like ears kind of perk up as he looks off, and you see there in the distance there is a storm. But the storm appears to be approaching the ship very quickly. And when I say quickly, I mean like you can literally see the movement in the darkened clouds as they make their way toward you.
Like unnaturally? Sorry, I'm not there.
Daffy calls out, "Brace for storm! Brace for storm!" Before the storm is suddenly upon you. The crewmates quickly put the sails down so they don't get damaged in the winds. Any of you below deck, you would hear this sudden change of weather. So River, you would hear the sudden change in weather, and you can come up if you would like.
I'm assuming it's getting rough, so probably she'll put away the cooking utensils, but she's gonna go and try and find her hammock, so she doesn't get sick.
Okay. Strangely enough, for those of you on the deck, the storm clouds are right above you, but no rain is falling upon the ship. Lightning streaks across the sky, thunder crackles, but no rain.
It's like a heat cloud.
Suddenly, a crack of lightning slams into the bow of the upper deck. You all shield your eyes from the immense light, and when you look back up, you see, standing on the bow, a 26-foot, muscular, violet-skinned man wearing a white robe and holding a gigantic sword that appears to be crackling with lightning. His eyes give off a white glow as lightning crawls around his eyelids. He speaks, and as he does so, the thunder above almost seems to echo his every word. "What business have you in these waters, small folk?" And that's where we'll pick up next week, or Friday.
Friday! Please.
Friday.
Wait. This week, Friday?
Please.
We can play this Friday if everybody's able to.
It'll be late, but yes.
Yes.
I want to get back to a normal routine.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to do like redirect flow and push water. Well, you said there's no rain, exactly. There's no waves trying to threaten the ship, right? So,
I mean,
Wait.
maybe this didn't come across as intensely as it should have. But a 26-foot tall, super muscular, with a huge beard, violet-skinned man, holding a gigantic sword, crackling with lightning, is standing on the bow of your ship.
Oh, I heard 6 foot. Okay, shit.
Screaming at us.
No, 26 foot.
Right.
I mean, we did just kill a dragon turtle.
It's probably a little pissed. Is that Poseidon? Alright.
Poseidon controls water, not lightning.
Fair enough.
It's Zeus.
There we go. That's what I was
If it's fucking Zeus, we're dead. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. Zeus has a thing for the ladies. Just bat my eyes.
I mean, that is very
true. I mean, he doesn't seem like he necessarily wants to hurt us unless we have ill will against him.
No, it doesn't. Right? Don't they get like imprisoned? Some die and get eaten. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think I've got some ideas of maybe what it is, but
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't think I should.
I was gonna see if you knew. No, I don't think you should.
I'll message it to you so that you can tell me if I'm right.
All right. So
okay.
I'm curious.
Do we think it's a deity, or is there some kind of race or something that I don't know about that exists like this?
Oh, you better hope it's a nice deity if it's one.
Yeah.
It seems like it just wants to do business. Well, not business, but like
it's
that's what I was thinking from that description.
Like, look, we killed that. You know, we don't mean any harm or whatever. Just trying to get to the Southern Isles.
Oh.
And it'll be like, why? And I'll be like, cause I gotta.
I'm even more confident now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is.
That's a cool pick. All right.
So.
Wow, guys. I was like, they could, like, you guys could definitely take down a dragon turtle. The question was whether or not it could take down the ship faster than you could take it down.
Yeah.
And I think that question was answered.
Yeah.
So what kind of attacks did it have? That obviously we didn't see, but like, what kind of attacks did it have?
I don't know.
And
I'm not going to tell you. You might have to face another one in the future. Who knows?
shit.
Yeah. I'm assuming at least a ram. Like ram the ship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming since it's a dragon turtle, it probably has the same moveset as a dragon, just minus flight.
Okay.
Probably.
It is literally a dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But would
Like-
it have breathed fire?
Not all dragons
Or
breathe fire. Only red
breathe-
dragons breathe fire.
Breathe anything? Well, that really?
Yeah, red dragons breathe fire. Blue dragons breathe lightning. Green dragons breathe poison.
And this one would have.
This one probably had some kind of breath or.
Mm.
You don't know.
It's really a shame though. I wanted to make amends with the dragon turtle and see if we can like help it.
It's dead.
I mean, yeah, I felt really bad towards the end. I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't be fighting this thing. Maybe it doesn't want to fight.
Right.
It clearly.
Yeah,
That
That's
one
right by us.
collective, it's better off dead than anybody else dead.
But like, I
Maybe
want
could have
to.
controlled it.
And let's
There's no way in hell it would have been friendly.
So let's see here.
Wish we could have
Just relishing in
Yeah.
the fact that we
Okay,
had a really
so-
good battle.
Yeah, you just rolled crits. Your dice was just 20s.
So just so you guys know, from the time that you first saw the dragon turtle to the time that it was dead was a minute and 12 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What?
It wasn't much past a minute.
Really?
Yeah, minute and 12 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because a single round is about 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And in less than that time, it moved over 500 feet.
Yeah, it did.
That's true. Yeah,
And I just zooped him out of the water.
I'm just sad that I didn't like I didn't.
Honestly, like that fight was not really going like I felt kind of bad because Zero was so excited to fight and like he really wasn't getting a lot of chances to do anything like super cool. Like he hasn't really gotten a chance to show off what he can do yet.
Right.
He did.
But I think you're satisfied now. You better be satisfied now.
I'm just happy I got
Well,
the
thing
assist.
is, like, I was waiting for it to get in range so I could do one of my cool spells, and then Fizzy used Tidal Wave and pushed it out of the range, and then it finally came back in range when it flipped back over.
I mean,
Like
it could have
over
been
100
worse. Our
damage.
original plan was to critical
Fucking
roll the
insane.
shit out of this, and there might not have even been a fight.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, I was fully expecting you guys to.
However, we
To
did get
polymorph
both sides
this
of the
thing.
coin. There was a decent amount of 1s and 20s, so it kind of equals itself out for the most part.
Yeah. Once we started doing heavy damage to it,
Yeah.
we were like, all right, maybe we can hold off doing
That's-
polymorph so
that's
people
why
can
I
get
asked.
fight in.
Yeah, that's what I asked because it worked out really well because everyone did awesome damage and shit, so it
Yeah.
worked out really well. But it would be it's like when Jester would I think she polymorphed it into a turtle, then flipped the turtle on its back, and then they're just like, it's
Pushing it
dangerous.
around on ice.
Yeah.
Well, there was also the literal dragon turtle that they polymorphed,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
polymorphed it into
Like 3
A-
things.
I think they polymorphed it into like a regular, like a snapping turtle or something like that, which
Yeah.
could swim just as fast as a dragon turtle.
Yeah.
So it just kept following them. It was just a snapping turtle. But once it transformed back, like it was just gonna be a dragon turtle again.
Yeah.
And so just to put this into perspective, you guys had moved like down. Well, River, you were below deck, so you're technically not here.
I think Klonoa said he was going down as well because he was going to mess with the turtle shell parts that he collected.
Yeah. Was that true? Is that I know you said you were going to do. Okay, cool. Awesome. So this is like what you're seeing basically.
Yeah, I'm still above deck right now because I'm relishing in my